Hello, welcome everyone. I am RxOliver and these are my friends and we're playing Fallout. This is Shadow of the Bull, Session 7. I am here with Martin, Birdie, Chris, and our overseer, David. Over to you, David.
Alright, so let's continue. Hold on, you do not believe that Manuelo was there to save the lives of the fabled bearded ladies? I am telling you, if I were not there, it would have probably been the end of the story, and they would have never played a pivotal role within the dangerous plots that were unfolding inside the glorious halls of the Seat of the Lion. This is the origin story of the bearded ladies. They are not what we storytellers call a Gary or Mary Sue. One of them even nearly died. Now, por favor, stop reducing my role in this story and listen, for it is going to get very interesting. Alright, so we continue where we left off last time, and that's in the Rios Hotel, in the Saltblood Inn, and you discovered that the hotel's assistant wasn't an assistant at all, but he was working for someone. You don't know who yet. And after you chased him down into the streets, you were stopped by the Frumentari agents who said that the hotel owner, Gilbert Rios, will be returning shortly. Now it is already getting late, and tomorrow you have a big day ahead of you because you are invited at the Seat of the Lion, the palace of the Legion's local proprietor. And you do feel the fatigue overwhelming you after you have been having a pretty busy day, going to Dustmere, going into the sewers, having a whole fight there. So it's night and might be best to go to bed now.
Yes, but I had a thought, because I want to create a chems empire. I want to run the chems for this place from our new home in the Blacktongue Warrens, but I'm worried about leaving that place and some more raiders will just come in and take it back from us if I don't sleep there, if I don't make that my place of rest for the evening. I don't know about the rest of the group, but I might go stay there.
Oh.
You're gonna go sleep in the sewers?
Maybe.
On your own?
Maybe.
And defend it?
We're just gonna lose it again
That sounds
after
like a
taking
great
it.
idea, Samson. I agree. I think you should go and definitely spend your time in the sewers.
You do know it costs about an hour to get to the actual warrens in the sewers, like going through the streets, finding the grate, getting down, navigating the sewers.
Yeah.
It takes about an hour.
I kind of want to go at least leave some traps or something, but I guess I'll just have to leave it for now.
You can try it if you want it.
What about if we lock it up a bit, like, you know, secure the door?
Can I do? Yeah. Can I put a lock on the door
yeah.
that I've got the key for? Can I set some traps? Are these things doable?
Well, you did loot the entire place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you killed everyone. You killed the owner. You killed the
Yeah.
guards. You found a few sets of keys to actually close off the whole
suppose
area.
I can lock it
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
You did have that idea in mind, I suppose, when you killed after you killed the leader and you looted the whole place.
Okay. Let's
So
say
you
it's
do have
locked
a
then.
few keys.
Well, let's
So
say
let's
it's
say you
locked.
locked it.
I can leave it then if it's locked.
Okay. All right. As you recall, after your victories in the arena, you have been told that you received the superior suite, the VIP suite of the hotel, on the top floor. So it's 2 floors up, and you'll reach it. Do you guys head there
Okay.
right away, or do you want to do something before going to sleep?
Mm.
Sandra also went back to her room. The little drug addict.
Okay. You guys got a lot of stuff, so I don't know if there's anything you want to do with all of that.
Yeah, I might drink a bottle of vodka.
You're just down a whole bottle of vodka before going to sleep. A little nightcap.
A little nightcap, aye.
A little nightcap.
A little
Okay.
nightcap. Samson
Anyone else?
celebrates his victory with a little nightcap. I'm
A
still
little
high
night-
on Jet and Psycho, and I'll slam a bottle of vodka.
Okay. Is this before you go to the room or when you go to the room?
In the room.
Alright, right before you guys enter your room, you notice that there's a small, well, not a small box, a box with a wrapping ribbon and a tag left before your door, in front of your door.
Okay.
Can I do a test
So-
check it to see if it's got a bomb? Make sure it's not got a bomb. It's not a trap.
Okay, you can do an explosives difficulty 1.
Okay. Explosives I have some
Explosive.
ability in.
I have nothing.
So
in
just the normal
explosives.
explosives.
4 successes, so we gain 3 action points.
You gain 3 action points.
Haha.
There
What's
doesn't
that?
seem to be any explosive device at all on the box. It doesn't seem to be rigged or anything. It's just an ordinary box with a ribbon and a tag.
Okay. I forgot the Overseer has 42 action points.
Yeah, I
it
do.
is.
I do.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you guys walk away with loot. I also got something from the sewers.
I was a bit trigger happy with you can buy them for extra dice mechanic.
But is there any writing on the box?
There's writing on the tag. A lot of writing. It's actually a card.
Oh. What's it say?
All right. So it reads, "Dear bearded ladies, you have been honored, as few have, to visit the palace of the great Lion of Sonora. Appearances and first impressions are everything. That is why I wish to honor you with these three pieces of my finest works, and a little hat for your robot friend. Wear these with pride, as you represent my masterworks. Oh, and it would also be a great moment to present your petition against the salvage cartel when you stand before the proprietor. Best regards, Joran Malik." And if you recall, Joran Malik is the guy who's selling clothing in the market.
Okay.
And what was it? It was Legion outfits.
No, actually, if you open the box, you find like nobleman's clothing.
Oh.
Joran Malik has been busy creating a whole clothing line, post-war fashion, he calls it. And he actually has 3 outfits for you guys. So I'm gonna put them in your inventory.
I'm gonna wear it under my armor.
So there's Delilah. There's Remy. And there's Samson. Just gonna put them in your inventory. So Delilah gets this one. You should have received the patrician outfit, which is like Legion nobility. And Edna will just receive a fancy formal hat.
Yay.
Oh, no, it's an outfit, so you can't wear it with armor, can you?
Nope.
I can wear my hat.
Yeah, you can wear your hat.
Is it count as a formal hat? If that counts as a formal hat, Birdie, you get a reroll on charisma tests or something like that. Formal hat's
I
got like
do?
a thing, yeah, something like that. Check out formal hat in the rules. I don't know where that would be like.
A
In
formal
fact-
hat
I can
allows
find
a
it.
reroll on speech checks, I believe. On charisma
Oh,
checks.
normal, huh?
Charisma checks.
Yeah, once per each scene you can reroll a d20.
Okay.
So you all
Oh.
received pretty
Ooh.
much like nobility clothing for Legion territories.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all that's in the box.
Okay.
So you down a whole bottle of vodka. Do you
Yep.
actually sleep in a bed? Because now everyone's got a separate bed. And a separate room as well in the VIP area.
No, I share my bed. I share a bed with my sister after a bottle of vodka.
That's what to say. There's too many rooms for me to watch over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edna likes to watch, so yeah. We're all in the same room.
Okay. Alright, you're all... Remy, are you also in the same room?
I'm gonna find a different room if I can.
You can. There's a lot of rooms. There's separate rooms. There's even a bathing area. There's a lot of stuff with running water.
Gonna drink some vodka and bang my sister. I love
Yeah,
this.
definitely
Love this
finding a
game.
whole
So
different
horrible.
different building to
horrible.
stand.
Sounds like
I
Remy
love-
just leaves.
I love this game.
So bad.
I love being a raider scumbag.
But even for some raiders, there are limits. And for
Ah,
you,
we're
there
hit-
aren't at all.
We're hillbillies.
Does someone do something before they go to sleep apart from the whole sister
My
loving
sister.
stuff?
Um,
No.
so with that guy, we only found out a little bit of information, but he's like gone now, is he? Or like what's the deal with that?
The guy who was the assistant,
Yeah.
He got taken
was-
away.
he was taken away by the Frumentarii
Yeah.
after you chased him.
Oh, okay.
But that
Um,
reminds me, the Frumentarii, you guys are about to, well, you are going to the Feast of the Lion tomorrow, and they did make you a deal. Is this something you would want to discuss now or in the morning?
Probably in the morning.
All right.
Had a pretty long day.
Yeah, you had a pretty long day. And it seems like Samson has got more important stuff anyway. Alright, so you'll go to bed, and it's about around 7 a.m. as you are suddenly woken up by a loud scream coming from the lobby.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'll stick my clothes on and my armor and then run out.
Alright, you go to the lobby?
Mhm.
Yep.
Everyone does? Who follows?
Yeah. Yeah,
grab
go
my
to.
grab my guns and shit as well. Grab all my
Okay.
shit.
How about you, Chris? What does Remy do?
in the morning,
Drop your cock and
It's
grab
7
your
a.m..
socks, Remy.
7 a.m. I'm gonna get dressed and head to the little hut mama's place to get some.
Oh, but you heard screaming in the lobby.
You should take it
Oh, heard screaming in the lobby.
Yeah, we all heard it. Yeah.
Well, now was it a woman's
I
voice or a
had-
man's voice?
I had earplugs in.
It
I
was
didn't
woman.
hear.
It was a woman's voice. Yeah.
You had earplugs in.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just
So Remy's still
I,
asleep.
Just stay asleep if you
I
want.
heard it, and then it's pretty much like good guy complex kicks in. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna investigate.
Okay, as you arrive in the lobby, you find Sandra standing there with her father laying on the ground, bloodied and heavily beaten up. He seems to have a difficulty breathing due to some heavy blows against his ribs, and on his forehead a letter V has been branded. Yet, his eyes do not only reveal pain, but also love as he sees his daughter again. Sandra looks over at you panicked. Help him, please!
I'll run over and try and help him. But I'm pretty sure there's
Okay.
someone in amongst us has better medical skills than me.
Oh, I do. I think I should.
Yeah, you.
I've got zero
Yeah,
in
'cause I
medicine.
They're the best.
I
Yeah.
was- I was doing mechanics, yeah, to help you out, and you were doing the med stuff, right?
I think so. And I think Remy was
Yeah,
Remy
my
took
medicine
leadership.
is shit.
What was the thing?
Yeah.
Did you take the inspirational Remy to give us the 7-8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
And
Everyone's
he's
being
like
team
breathing,
players.
Sandra! Sandra! As he's laying there, heavily beaten up on the ground. So
I'll
who's
look over
going-
him.
Okay. You can do a medicine check difficulty 2 because he's got 2 injuries.
Okay. Yeah, just the one.
Alright. Do you want to reroll one of those? Your luck has also been
Do.
regenerated for everyone.
Yeah,
Oh, is
Because
it?
you guys have
Great.
been sleeping. Yeah, you guys have been sleeping and it's a new
they've
day.
been quite kind. So
Okay.
that was the same roll.
Ugh.
So you managed to patch him up a little bit, but he's still struggling heavily. Anyone else wants to give it a try?
Can I assist a medicine roll?
You can assist, yeah.
Was this a first aid action, or is that something that is different?
It's similar to a first aid action.
I got 0 successes with my assist.
Because
Okay, Remy.
I have medic, but
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
what
if that
does medic
applies
do?
to this. I
I
can
believe-
re-roll a 1d20
Oh,
when
then
I
go ahead
use.
and use your medic. It's fine in this situation.
Okay. You want me to just re-roll, or just take the
Yeah, just
15 that I got?
Another reroll, yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so that's an action point. And you guys are capped at 7 now, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright, so you patch up Mr. Rios. And hold on, he's turned around now. So there we go. And he's looking horrible, but at least his breathing has been calming and the bleeding stopped. And he sighs deeply, looking over at you and his daughter, and he says, Sandra, you are both my strength and my weakness. Once the Frumentari learned you returned, I caved in. And he looks over at you and says, I betrayed them. I betrayed them all. The people of Lalus.
Does that mean?
What?
Please expand.
I used to work with the people of Lalus, helping slaves escape the city. My hotel actually is one of the places where some slaves were to lay low, and you are partly to blame for this, because after that incident with the NCR in the arena, the Frumentari got suspicious and they ransacked the entire place looking for clues about your people's origins and what your motives are. And instead they found my communications, my notes, my books, in which I worked together with Lalus, and they took me to wherever their torture chambers are and questioned me, and I didn't give in until they told me that Sandra has been returned, and they threatened to kill her. So yeah, I caved in and I gave some names. So I don't think I'm safe in this city anymore. They even marked me, and he points at the V on his face.
I'm going to say, did you give him my name? Look at him.
You don't work with Lalus, do you?
No.
But you're a snitch. You better not be telling them anything about me.
I don't even know who you are apart from a customer.
Well, you said they were asking about us. You said they came sniffing because of us and our origins.
They
You
came
better not have
sniffing
told them
because of
anything
you.
about me. Yes, you better not have told them anything about us.
What do I know about you apart from the fact that you are living and sleeping here in the hotel?
Nothing. Keep it that way.
Exactly. Exactly.
He might have seen me go to the female bathroom, even though I'm a man with a beard, and he might have been piecing stuff together. That could really cause us problems.
Not sure
I
anybody actually cares about that.
They
I
didn't.
can't tell.
After they found my notes, they didn't even care anymore about you. They asked about the contacts that I have within Lalus, nothing else. But I need to get out of the city. We need to get out of the city. We're not safe here anymore.
I know a place you can go. I've got a new little safe spot
Where?
in the sewers.
The sewers?
Can
Aren't
we
they
ask him
filled
if he
with
has?
firelurks?
Do you have any alchemy skills or herbalism? Because we might have, or prepared to learn.
We're starting a new
might be
business.
and we need someone who's good with.
We would like you to help run it for
Medicine.
us.
Gilbert looks in confusion, but then Sandra speaks up. Well, I've been stuck in the Warrens for-
No,
No,
not you. Not you. You are not working in my Kev's business.
no,
You will be getting high on the
no.
supply. Not a chance,
No.
Sandra. Your
But
dad
I
can
helped
work
you.
for me, but not fucking you, you junkie bitch.
I helped the chemic.
Yeah, but look at you, you're a fucking junkie. You'll take all the supply.
And he looks confused, the far like, junkie? What is this, Sandra? What are you talking about?
I'll just look at Sandra and be like, and look at the dad like, really? You don't know?
It was a
No,
chem
he
debt.
wouldn't know.
It was a chem debt, and yeah, I quite like the Jets. So, and the moment you reveal that, and she says that, Gilbert looks over at you and says like, and you want to restart a chem business?
It's good money.
Well, no, we want to do it like, sustainably and, like help kids and shit. Like, yeah, sustainable and educate people. Like you can do a little bit of drugs and be okay. And we're just going to sell a little bit of drugs.
Your daughter, on the other hand,
So
has no self-restraint. She cannot work in the business.
Yeah.
She's
so
a liability.
But both of
We
us
need-
will need shelter if we want to get out of the city.
Well, she'll need rehab before she works for me.
But she
Yeah.
can stay there as well.
She
in
can,
the sewers.
you can stay there with us.
I mean, Yeah, I mean,
You
I
can
guess
pay
you
us
can
rent,
say this
obviously.
now. I mean, I guess we could ask her to set up the chem. She could set up the chem lab for us.
Yep. You guys can
She
work
could,
to
like,
pay your rent. So you can
Yeah.
pay your rent by working for us, and we'll keep you safe. There you go, deal. I love setting up a fucking chems business. This is great.
Wait, how many have you set up?
This is definitely my first.
You don't
Okay.
need to roll anything because these people are desperate after everything they've been through. So they agree to your plan, and Sandra actually knows the way to the sewers. So unless there's something else you want to order them, they will be moving off to the sewers.
I'll tell Sandra to get
Yeah.
everything set up ready for production again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these two abandoned their own hotel, and they're going to the sewers, as you guys wanted.
Well, they're not safe up here, like you said. We'll keep them safe.
So now we have a hotel and a chems lab. It's kind of like a weird game of Monopoly. I'm loving it.
I'm
We
loving
have
it as
a- we
well,
have-
mate. We've
we
just
have
gained
a-
a hotel. Fucking right.
We have a
So
hotel.
I jump behind the bar. Let's see what they've got to drink and what's in the cash register.
I mean, it's clearly a brothel, so I want to be the madam of the brothel. I want to be the one, like, you know.
Starting two businesses
He did
today,
empty the
Martin.
cash
What an
register.
enterprise of a family we are, mate.
Yeah,
did-
to
It emptied the cash register, but there are still a few bottles of whiskey and 2 bottles of whiskey, 1 bottle of vodka behind the bar.
2 bottles of whiskey and 1 vodka.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna.
I keep giving you guys chems and alcohol. It's horrible.
Yeah, you can't stop.
Who-
I
some-
mean, it's the focus.
somebody,
of you
if somebody else wants to take one of those bottles of whiskey, they can. I'm taking a vodka and a whiskey. I'll pass somebody a bottle of whiskey.
Who wants the whiskey?
I mean, I can drink, right? I'm a party girl, so I don't have a problem with
Party
alcohol.
girl.
It makes me heal, so
I'm gonna
take
give
some.
you a whiskey.
Nice.
Hold on.
Like, Edna, can robots drink, or can you like pretend that you have the effects of drinking? Can I press a button or an upgrade so you
There
can
we
be
go.
drunk sometimes?
I can store it in my body for further use at a later date.
But can you do you get the buzz of being drunk, or can you like
No.
pretend? I don't know.
All right. So you guys managed to gain an hotel. Well, you didn't gain it. I mean, it's just being abandoned now. The owners are actually just leaving. So squatters might move in at some point. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna
Did you
secure it.
not?
Obviously.
Did you not
We're
hear
gonna lock the
Martin?
door.
Delilah is starting a brothel business here. I've got
Yeah.
the chems business. I'm in charge of the chems business. Delilah's in charge of the brothel. Remy
I
can
mean,
run a
it's
fucking
gonna-
farm if
It's
he
gonna
wants.
be it's gonna be a brothel / dog cafe, because I think those things go well, like prostitution and
dogs.
coffee and dogs,
Hmm
but not
I mean,
together, just like adjacent, because that's wrong. Just
That might
I
be
mean,
confusing to some people.
The Legion loves
I mean,
its
yeah.
dogs, so
Yeah, so they could have a prostitute and then their dog could have coffee with people.
their dog could have coffee. Yeah.
No, the dog can't have a prostitute, David. Jeez.
Yeah, because that'd be stupid, David. Oh, David. We're not having dog
Alright.
prostitutes. That's just a new level
Jeez.
of.
Yeah.
This is getting dark.
That's the old line.
Oh, no. I'm assuming that Remy is just kind of quietly standing off to the side.
Mhm.
Remy, do you want to use the drug den as a new way for slaves to become free?
And then like an underground slave-free and railroad. Yeah.
You indicated that that was a desire of yours.
It would be a good place probably for them to go, but not if it's a drug den. I feel like that's gonna move them from one criminal activity to another.
No, we can be adjacent. We can share the space. You can have some of the space and use it for your slave-free and underground railroad, and I'll use some of the space for the chems business. Or you can continue to use the hotel to free slaves.
Literally, so. The hotel is like in the middle of the Kaiser territory, so that would be very, very, very bad idea.
And they've already checked it once.
How about we do this, right? The hotel could be a drug den, right?
But drugs are illegal. We
You
need
guys-
to keep it below ground, though.
Yeah. but they only do them in the rooms. So you get them the room has the drugs in it. You have a few rooms that are for, officials.
But no, because we can't move the chems production away from the sewers. The chems production is there. We need to do it in the sewers. Like,
I don't know enough about this, but I'm not okay with freeing slaves and then next door being like, here, there's a load of fucking junk. You know what I mean?
Mate, we'll just have a no free chems for the free slaves rule where they don't get.
Oh right, so you're freeing the people and then creating a line of like, oh, here, you're free now, but here's a rule that you must follow. I'm not liking this either.
We're only going to sell them like a little bit of oxys, not that addictive, and we'll give them a free one to help them
the oxy come from? Where did oxy come from? Wait a second.
I mean,
free Tylenol for everyone.
Yeah, Tylenol and oxy to solve everyone's problems.
It'll work fine. The two things will work side by side, adjacent next to each other. Without any, I can't foresee any problems, Remy. You're overthinking it.
Yeah, I mean.
Sorry, I brought this up.
You've got to give people free will if they want to be free, but maybe they want to dabble in drugs
That's
as
it.
well. That's their choice.
Exactly. They're not truly free if they don't have choice if they can have chems or not.
Yeah.
Welcome to freedom.
I think
you can have chems.
I think this conversation would have went a lot smoother had you guys just not told me there was going to be a chem lab there.
There's not going to be a chem lab there.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Oh right, yeah. There's no chem lab. All we're going to do down there is free.
Play Scrabble, mate.
Slaves and get them
relocated.
Okay.
Aye, there's no chems.
You don't need to go down there anyway, so you'll be fine.
I kind of hate you guys even more right now.
Good.
We're entrepreneurs.
We are entrepreneuring, Chris. Yeah.
Entrepreneuring.
Remy, perhaps you can speak to Sandra and her father and let them think of some way to utilize it.
Yeah.
Expose your slaves to chemicals.
That would be good. Yeah. We'll work on it. Sure. Look, it's an idea, but I don't really want a casino and a fucking a brothel right next to each other.
That's a great idea. We can have a casino as well.
Casino is a great idea. Well,
Casinos are legal.
Edna's not decided what business she's going to open yet. There could be a nice business for Edna. That'll go nice. Brothel, chems den, casino, slave-free and underground railroad. It's the four pillars of society.
It's the 4 pillars of society. Your society, but really.
I mean, is a free person really free if they don't have access to chems?
Oh my god.
Or a casino.
There's plenty of people
and prostitutes
who don't have access to chems and they're living semi-happily. We'll not talk about the politics that are going on, but
Edna, you can open a nursery because you're good at that. Plus, when people want to do drugs safely, you can look after the kids so that they don't feel guilty like that they're going to eat their own children.
A creche for chem users.
How many children have I seen in this place? Like, how many children have I seen since we got into this the city?
Surprisingly enough, barely.
We'll have to hunt them down.
Yeah, we'll hunt them.
Yeah, but once they know there's somewhere they can put their kids, it's going to be busy. Plus, it's a brothel, so we're going to have to tell people to stop using protection because we need more kids, because we need more customers for drugs, and we need more babies for your crash. So it's like a circular thing.
So the multiple economies feed each other,
it's like a circle of life situation.
A circle of life.
Yeah.
Kick Trish's face. He fucking hates us.
No, but you raise an interesting point, Birdie. There aren't that many kids in the city, and the ones you do see are always of citizens. Like, no slaves, no enslaved children at all. You only see like actual Legion citizens walking around with kids, and there aren't that many of them.
But we ain't been to that mine yet.
Yeah, the kids will be in the mine.
They yearn for the mines. They crave it.
I'm just saying, like, there's a reason Disney used dwarfs, like, you know what I mean?
There's a reason they use children. It's because they're small and they squeeze into the wee spaces. Children are the best miners. Everybody knows. Why do you call?
That's why they call
Why
them
do you think you
miners.
call children miners? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the miners. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so
Oh, goodness.
back to the story.
Swiftly moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, swiftly moving on.
You gotta meet the praetor something, right?
The proprietor.
That's the
The
Kaiser.
proprietor.
Proprietor.
We're not meeting the Kaiser.
Yeah.
We're meeting the proprietor.
Basically.
Fuck
We
the
need to
Kaiser
meet-
anyway. You're a
we
Kaiser's
need to
little
meet a-
bitch, Remy. You love the
We
Kaiser.
need to meet him to get all
You're
our
right, I
money
do.
because we need to get our money because we bargained for more than they know about. So
Mm-hmm.
we need to.
Yeah. Did you discuss that deal with the rest of the party yet?
Did we fuck?
No.
We told them we're
no.
getting.
They-
We told them we're getting 500 and we're getting $1,000.
Yeah.
And Remy, did you reveal the information installed into Edna yet?
No, I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that.
All right, because the moment is coming closer that you guys will stand before the proprietor, and you will have to give him your request.
So remind me what we're supposed to request. I have it written down in old notes.
Well,
We've-
so
We've to
you
invoke for
guys,
something.
yeah, you guys were asked by the Frumentari to request additional reinforcements to the town of, and I have it here in my notes. 1 second. Actually, the quest is here, so I'll show it to you. Do you guys see that?
And the Lions edict, that was it.
Knight of the Lion, and there's so in the recording installed on Edna, you were asked to enact the Lion's edict as a favor, and the Frumentari asked you to demand reinforcements to the town of Willow Rose.
And that's the one that me and Delilah were asked, wasn't it?
That's the
Willow Rose
one that'll give you quite a bit of gaps.
It's 500 between the four of us. It's really good.
And then I think I'm the only one that knows all of the information because I was present for all of the information.
No, you don't
Yeah,
know about
no,
how. You don't know
you
that
don't
we
know.
were
I
up
don't know
on
about the
1,000
free.
caps.
Okay. Okay.
Only me and Delilah know about that.
Gotcha.
But perhaps
Because
this is
we're
the moment to
we're sneaky
discuss-
raider scumbags. Don't take it personal.
But this might be the moment to discuss whichever favor, or you might just request something else. Just ignore those two and have your own favor.
Would you guys want to make an easy 125 caps each? Because then we can just do the lines, the Willow Rose one, and then we'll just get 125 caps each.
Well, I think we should sit down and hear what Edna's message is. So, was it only for me to hear, or can I?
Yeah,
play
it was
aloud
only for
in
you
the
to
room?
hear. But
you
I
have
can
to activate it.
quickly, I can quickly summarize it. What the information
Huh.
that you heard.
Do you want us to take our headphones off? We
No,
can.
no. I mean, it's out of character. I mean, I can summarize it for Remy because he heard it before.
Okay.
So basically, the recording said that the guy actually works for the Brotherhood of Steel, still, even though he's here in Tucson, and he's here because of a thing called Project Hallow to
Mhm.
investigate that, and it's the same reason you've been sent here, Project Hallow.
Yeah.
And he says that the best way to gain additional information about Project Hallow is to get the trust of the proprietor, stay on his good side, and enacting the Lion's edict would do that.
Well, doesn't matter how many caps we get. That's what I want to do. Because I'm here for one reason and one reason only, and if fucking helping the Futurama, it's not gonna help me.
A lot of caps. 125 each.
But see, what we can do, right, is after we do the Lion's edict, we can go to Will Rose and just kill everyone and just take all of their caps, and then you'll have more caps than what they would have had before. You're a raider. You like killing people. Shut the fuck up.
It's true.
I think we should-
You'll
I
get,
think we
you'll
should
get to
vote-
take
I think-
fuck tons of cams. You'll be able to like shoot big bang bang sticks, throw grenades. It'll be like, and then there'll be like armor and caps everywhere. Whoa.
I think we should vote on it.
Yeah.
No, because you guys always vote for the same thing, and no offense.
No, no.
you-
You guys could
you follow them.
You guys could team up against us, and then
Okay, right.
unfortunately,
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
so let's do this then. Who wants to vote for the Lion's Edict? 1.
I do.
Who wants to vote for the Willow Rose? 3.
well, no, it's definitely 3 because it's me and you and Brew, and dogs are a vital part of the group. So 3 votes to go.
I'm
Brew's on
remaining
our
neutral.
side. So 3 votes to no.
I
Hate us.
offer you guys cams.
We've got all the
to-
we've got all the
I
cams.
own
I
the
give you
games
more
business
cams.
for the city, mate.
I'll give you more cams. Do you know what, right?
I am Kems.
Under the table. How about I get you guys a job, right? Where you'll be the evidence control management, right? So once we do the Project Halo and all the rest of that, and I get loads and loads of like, promotions, I'll get you guys into a
Fuck
version
off!
of the
Fuck
drug
off! I hate this plan. This is a bullshit
where
plan.
you guys will get delivered
Yeah.
all of the cams that are confiscated throughout the land. So you'll be able to sell the cams, get them confiscated. They go back to you. Then you sell them again.
I don't want to sell them. I want to take them. Don't want my chems confiscated. Fuck your stupid
I don't
plan.
want. I don't want. I don't
No,
want.
but you-
I want an
you-
office
you'll
job.
be in
I want an
control.
office
I don't want a job.
No,
Fuck
but
a
you won't-
job.
You want
Fuck
to
the,
have
fuck
a
the
job.
Kaiser and fuck a
It's
job,
not a
mate.
job. It's not a job.
Fuck your
It's not a
farm job,
It's just
farmer
a
boy.
title. It's
No,
just a
thank
title so that you guys get to store all of the drugs that get confiscated.
We've had a vote. Democracy won. Deal with it.
Yeah. Start 3
I-
against 2.
I don't believe in your fucking democracy. I'm gonna run to the fucking proprietor faster than they can.
So you are going to make it a little race.
Yeah, I'm fucking going. I'm treating this like 3 wishes from a genie. I'm gonna grab that lamp and I'm gonna rub it first.
So you dart out of the building.
I sent Brew right after him, and you know dogs can always like fake that they can't run fast as you, but Brew's like running past him.
Mhm.
So
And just to
Alright, so-
verify, the group, just the group as a whole, is allowed to ask for something, not each individual person.
Yeah, it has to be the group.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just
presumed,
making
yeah.
sure.
Cut him down,
Okay.
Edna. Cut him down.
So,
Making sure
Remy,
I understood.
Trying to test that new
You do-
flavor.
you dart out of the building, right, Remy?
Yeah.
Did you change into the formal clothing or are you still in your armor?
Oh, I'm still in my armor.
You continue running?
Yeah, I'm running.
Okay. So
Did you take those
after-
armor pieces that were left over in the pile?
I haven't done anything to my sheet, mate. I'll be
Shit,
honest.
they're 4 and 4.
after about 5 minutes of running, you walk through past a lot of commotion in the city, and you notice, along with Brew, so Brew is also running along with you.
Yep.
And you notice a large procession of Legion soldiers, accompanied by a Frumentari agent, and they have 3 people in chains which they are dragging through the city. Hold on, let me grab my notes for this. So, here. Alright, the chains rattle as the captured La Luz agents stumble alongside, their clothing torn and faces bruised, while a Frumentari agent barks order in English. The air smells of dust, blood and hot metal. Tensions hum between soldiers and captives alike. One prisoner a man the group known as Sobra Azul meets your gaze with recognition. So that's this guy.
Mhm.
And it's the guy. I don't think did you meet him in the alley? No, I think it's just Oliver and
No.
Birdie that met him, right?
Oh, was that guy?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
with the
So they're in chains now
horse.
and they're being dragged out of the city.
Ah, what are you gonna do now, Mr. Good Boy? You gonna save him, are you?
No, because they're fur mentality, and I don't give a fuck about them. See you later. Bye.
Okay.
Hail to the Kaiser as I go past.
Does the rest of the group give chase the moment Remy darts off?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show him who's fast. I'm just gonna.
Okay, so
Okay.
Remy has a little bit of a head start, and after a minute or two, Remy can't move forwards because the procession is moving through the city. You guys catch up, and you're all there, and you're also seeing the scene of the prisoners being dragged out of the city. And a lot of the people are too like throwing rotting vegetables and yelling, "Down with Lalus! Kill him! Put him at a stake! Burn him!" They're just giving suggestions how to
And
end
Lalus
their
is
lives.
this is the guy that frees slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
These Legion citizens are the worst. That's why I'm a raider in this godforsaken land, because these people are the worst.
So,
Fuck
so
their
the
laws.
yellow guys. So the yellow guys are the nice guys then,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
And after a few minutes, the procession clears and moves further through the streets because
See you later, Remy.
obviously
Pew!
you don't interfere. You can both. Everyone who starts to roll can roll a contested athletics check.
I'm
see
gonna
who
trip
gets-
him up first and then roll mine. Whee!
No.
Delilah, are you staying back?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be my dog's with him anyway, Bruce. So I'll be keeping like
I'm gonna spend an action
not.
point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend
Okay,
two.
so you can all do a contested.
I'll stay. No, I'll
Athletic
stay with
roll.
Edna, but I want to be able to make sure I can see my brother and the dog and Remy. So that
So
they
we're like
get too
we're
far
we're
away.
a slow jog behind them.
Yeah,
I got one success. I didn't
Yeah.
spend anything because it's
Yeah,
contested. I didn't spend anything.
contested. So it's a neck on neck race, and you both arrive. and
With advantage because the dog's helping my brother.
how
Get
does he
some-
ride? Does he ride the dog?
No, the
Because
dog's
he grabs
trying to
Remy
get
by the
in-
ankles. He's like,
He's
you're going nowhere,
he's
mate.
trying to get in between his legs and do that figure eight thing that dogs do. to
Yeah,
trip him up.
So a few seconds earlier, Samson arrives at the palace gates, and
Yeah.
copy your whole sheet. Hold on, that's the audience room. That's
You'd be
not right.
faster than that, farmer boy.
Activate. And let me just. The sun stands high over Tucson as the party approaches the Pima County Historic Courthouse, its walls gleaming in fresh coats of crimson and gold beneath the relentless desert light. The building dominates the plaza, an old-world monument reborn under Legion rule. Its arches drape in fluttering red banners. Beyond the gate stretches a lush Sonoran garden. The air hums with cicadas and the scent of mesquite, mingled with roasting meat and the faint sweetness of spiced wine from within the halls. And as you approach the entrance of the palace, you notice that there's normal Legion soldiers, but there's also like what appears to be some kind of vault dwellers. These guys, they're wearing Vault 58 security armor, but heavily reinforced, heavily modified. They're wearing Pip-Boys, and their helmets seems to be like riot helmets, but they added those Roman plumes on their helmets. And they all have 58 in Latin written on their chest pieces.
I noticed that. That's cool.
What's Vault 58? Would we know what that vault's to do
Yeah,
with?
that's the one nearby that got taken over by the Legion. They did like a deal, didn't they?
Some people of the vault did a deal, yeah.
It's where that boy that was
So-
from that I killed, the brother, remember?
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so that's the vault. Okay.
I've got
And-
I've got one of their vault suits on under my armor currently.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I scratched the numbers off it though.
And as
But
you approach,
you know the name of the guy whose suit that you've got on though as well. Anyway.
Yeah,
don't
because
you?
there's
You
a
could
there's a
bluff that.
tag in the thing. I can't remember it right off the top of my head.
I can remind you
It was
also.
his-
Hold on, let
It
me.
was his, it's
We
his
met his
brother,
brother.
isn't it?
It was his brother that we
Kenji
met in
Stockton.
Dustmere. It was Kenji Stockton,
Kenji Stockton.
and we met Benji Stockton in Dustmere. Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
I remember.
So none of you changed into your formal attire, right?
No.
You arrive at the gate and
Fuck
the
the
guards
Kaiser.
look at you. The guards look at you with a bit of disgust, like, there they are. And the
I mean, I
two-
would have done my hair. I would have put like a jazzy hair clip or a scrunchie or some shit in to like make sure I look acceptable. You know.
one more detail about those guys wearing the security armor. They're holding laser weaponry, which isn't usual for the Legion because they usually despise that kind of technology. And they approach you, and they look over at you guys with your armor and everything, and they say, "No armor or weapons allowed in the lion's seat."
That's all right. And then
Yeah.
Remy just fucking gets naked and fucking gets through as quick as he can.
You do wear something under your armor, right? It isn't just a metal scraping up to
yeah.
your
It's just a metal onesie. That's all he wears.
It's just a
Oh,
metal
I
well,
one.
suppose I'll take off my armor for now, put it in my bag, and just
Mhm.
go in my vault suit.
Road ladders aren't armor, are they?
No, they're like-
class them as armor? They're
They're just
clothes?
like leather clothing.
yeah. I'd have
You're
the
basically
road
Mad
ladders
Max
on.
if you wear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they reach out their hands for all the stuff. We'll store it in the palace. Also, dogs need to go to the kennel.
You calling me a dog? Darla thinks they're talking to her personally. She's like, "What are you saying?"
No, I'm talking to your pet.
Oh, my actual dog. I'm like, it's. Can I not bluff my way? I'm like, it's a emotional support animal. Like I can't.
You
I'm blind.
may-
I'm blind. I can't see. I forget that I'm blind.
Okay, so it's your emotional support animal, and you need it because you're
And-
blind. Okay.
I
I'm
mean, you can
I'm taking off
you
the
can
vault
have
jumpsuit and changing it
you
to
can
road
have
leathers, by the way.
emotional problems and be blind, David. You can have both.
Sure.
I'd be pretty
Um,
emotional if I was blind.
You may roll a speech charisma difficulty 4 to bluff the dog
Oof.
Okay, speech. Okay.
Spend some action points, Martin.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll do the. Oh, I like what Chris is doing. It's like being in one of those old movies, you know, where they do the dodgy thing. Okay, I'll do all of them. So that's 3 to get 5 rolls, right?
You spend 6 to get
in.
5.
6, yeah.
That's fine. You can spend
Well,
6.
Do it.
Do it.
It's worth it.
There we go. 4 successes, mate.
Nice.
Perfect. And the both the guards look at each other and they're like, well, if you are emotionally blind, then I suppose
Yeah, that's
We'll
exact.
allow the
Emotionally
dog.
blind, is it?
you're
I
emotionally
don't-
blind.
I can't always. I can't always see
Nice bluff,
people's
Martin.
emotions, but I know they have them.
That's a
So
quality bluff.
thank you. Yeah, thank you. My dog will
And
try and help me.
the
discover
dog's
these
allowed in.
emotions.
Because you're emotionally
I'm gonna try and blag
blind.
my emotional support armor and my emotional support combat rifle.
Okay, so that's a difficulty 5. That's a difficulty 5.
No, that's okay. I'll leave them for now.
Okay. You, I suppose you wander further into the whole garden, into the entrance, as the guards part way. And you notice this guy staring at you, at your group as you walk in. And he approaches you. And he's like, "Ah, you must be the bearded ladies. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Legate Neroshin. And you must be here because of your request to the proprietor. Have you given it any thought yet?"
Yes, sir.
We would like
we
to
want to enact.
No! I grab his mouth and like, Samson, tell him what we
then
want.
I'll tell him the other one that we want to.
We're going to enact the Lion's Edict.
No.
So do you
No,
try
we're doing.
to silence Remy?
Yeah. What's
it's
the
like
name of the other one?
grab-
Where is it? Jeremy,
You
know.
just don't know what it is, so you
Yes,
can't
we
do it.
do.
You already
I
forgot.
do know what it is.
I'm
I just fucking forgot.
I'm emotionally blind. You need
These
to give me a
these guys want to help slaves. You guys don't want to do that.
I grab
You
the
don't wanna do
boys by
that.
the scruff. I lift both boys up and away from each other.
Where is it? Where's
We
the
wanna
thing?
use-
Where's the thing?
I found out we want to use the lion's
Wait.
favor to demand reinforcements to Willow Rose,
That's
right?
the one.
That's-
Thank
that's
you,
the-
Delilah.
That's what we want to do.
To say,
He-
okay.
Thank you.
He looks so not impressed at the fact that you're just bickering amongst one another. And he's like,
Brotherhood. Quiet.
whatever you folks decide, I'm surprised you actually made it through the arena, considering you're fighting more along each other than being one unified front. You have yet to impress me. And he moves into the halls, disappearing.
I'll do a
Fighting
backflip. I'll do a backflip. Who's fucking impressed now, mate?
I'm gonna call after him. Fighting is how they express love for each other. With the exception of Samson and Delilah, they express that differently.
We literally express love in the most direct manner. You can see it.
I'm just gonna I'm holding Samson and Remy. I'm just kind of like pulling them along.
So, you guys are brought further into the palace. And here we are. And at the
I
moment,
feel we might have to be on best behavior, right? Is this like where we have to pretend to be posh people or some shit?
Just keep our clothes on for a little while at least. We don't have to pretend to be
And-
posh. Just pretend to be normal for a little minute.
Okay.
for the moment, there's a large table filled with beverages, both pre-war and post-war. There's a few people at the moment. There's a slave who's tending to the tables. This one over here. Then you notice both the legate and another legionary. A guy in cowboy outfits. You don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
And a woman in a Vault 58 jumpsuit, but it's been dyed red. In the back, there's a giant statue of a lion made out of scrap metal. And there's also another slave who announces you. The bearded ladies have come to enter the seat of the lion. All hail the bearded ladies. And some people clap as you guys approach and enter the room. So, at the moment, you don't see the proprietor yet or anyone of his court. You do see the two soldiers, the guy in the cowboy outfit and the vault dweller, and they're all just drinks and talking with one another. There's a few other people, but those aren't noteworthy. These are the noteworthy ones at the moment.
And no one here has weapons.
The soldiers do. The two soldiers
Just the
do, and there's
soldiers.
obviously
Oh, we
guards
don't.
also walking around in the city,
Okay. Okay.
in the palace. So there's drinks on the table.
Oh, I'm having one of them. Several of them.
Okay, several. You notice that there's, apart from wine, which is post-war, there's no alcohol at all.
But wine it is then.
Okay. There's also Nuka-Cola and water and all that kind of stuff, but nothing else but wine, pretty much.
Okay, I'll drink some wine.
Okay, so you just drink some wine. You are being watched by all the people, by the few people there, obviously by the soldiers and the cowboy. And as you drink, does someone else do something before I move on? Does everyone turn to the drinks, or?
I mean, is it like
Remy will just like
Oh, we immediately
his
gain
drink
an
with
action
someone
point
drink
when
it.
you drink wine.
I believe so. Let me check.
Yeah, I've got it open.
I get hit points back, but I'm not hurt, so I'm fine.
Oh yeah, yeah, because I've got Party Boy. You gain hit
Okay.
points back if you drink an
Yeah.
alcoholic beverage. Yeah.
Let's
If you
say you
forgot
all
it, boy.
gain 1 AP because of the wine, but I won't keep refreshing your AP when you spam all the wine, basically.
Yeah.
So 1 AP for each person that drinks wine, and
Well-
Edna can't drink, so it's 3 in
Well,
total.
how about this?
I'm not going to be drinking. I'm
Okay, so
not
two.
actually drinking the wine.
I'll,
I'm just
I'll,
going to hold it
I'll
to
drink.
be social.
I'll drink 3 glasses. If you drink 3 glasses as well, Delilah, that fills our action points.
So I just allow 1 AP per person, otherwise you can just farm the AP here.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think
There's
there's
the guy
anything
who
wrong
has
with that.
42.
Yeah, I think we should be
Okay.
able to spam the wine to gain action points. I don't think there's
Okay.
anything wrong with that.
Alright.
I mean,
After-
I just want to drink. I only want to drink 1 glass to get the because I want to try. I think that Delilah's like shit. I need to be a lady today because
So
I think
after
we're
your
gonna fuck
first
things
2
up.
drinks, or Delilah, you don't drink either.
I have 1 drink, just
Okay.
1.
So
I do
after
drink
the
it.
the first drink of each of you, one of the servants calls out. Next up, introducing cartel boss Anna Vex of the Salvage Cartel, and an elderly woman walks in with a black coat and a yellow cock on her sleeve, and she looks very down to business. She's got a stern look in her eyes, very focused like a hawk, observing everything from a distance.
Drink another wine.
And what?
I drink another wine.
So you drink another wine. She doesn't indulge in the drinks, and she just moves in the back as if waiting for something to happen. You drink another wine. Nobody has to talk anyway while we're waiting.
I'm just observing.
What's the polite conversation everyone's having? Like, what are they talking about, like, around us?
Well, most of the people are talking about the war in Vegas, which the Legion is currently involved in. Other things they are talking about is the typical stuff in the concerns of Tucson, so that's La Luz, liberating slaves, and apparently a ghost being spotted in the deserts called La Llorona.
Ooh. A ghost
Ooh,
in the desert.
ghosts. I want to talk to the people who are talking about the ghosts.
All right. So you move towards the 2 soldiers, and they're discussing a spirit called La Llorona, which apparently seized the lives of a few legionaries. And as you approach these 2, you may roll a charisma survival or a perception speech. Perception speech.
Okay.
Difficulty 3. Okay, no success. So they're just talking about the spirit called La Llorona, which haunts the Sonoran deserts these days. And they're clearly concerned about the fact that a few of their patrols have been killed. And the things they usually share in common, the deceased parties of the Legion that they encounter, is that none of them have any wounds, but they always end up dead on the roads.
Are you
Can I
Chris?
talk to them? Can I talk to them about this? I'd be like, so
Sure.
have you seen any? Like you said, so I've heard all this. I'd be like, and I'd be like, what do you mean they've not got any like injuries, but they're dead? Like poison?
You don't have your fake beard on, right?
I don't know because I can't remember the whole situation. That if I
No,
had
we
to
just
be,
you just weren't allowed in the arena if you were a woman.
Yeah, but when they piece
Oh
it
yeah,
all
yeah,
together,
but we have to pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're still
So-
pretending you're a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still wearing it. You're still wearing it.
yeah, I've still got the beard on.
Okay, otherwise they would have ignored you.
Oh yeah, I thought that. Yeah, be like, hi,
But-
fellow man.
Because
I have a
we-
manly dog as well.
But because you're wearing your beard, they don't ignore you. And they start talking back. And what was your question again?
I thought I heard them say that there weren't like any like injuries, but they were dead. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? Like poisoned, or like what do they suspect killed them then?
Well, the legates doesn't rule out poison, but the other one is obviously convinced that it's actually a ghost and she kills them with magic.
And this happens a lot, or just like it's once, or this is like a regular thing going on?
More and more often.
How many have died?
Do you?
You've lost them.
Alright, sorry, my wife asked something.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so Edna has a female voice, right?
I do.
She's completely being ignored by them. You're a robot and you have a female voice, so they completely ignore you.
Am I able to understand that?
What?
Am I able to like understand that?
You can roll a perception speech.
I'll do that.
Can we change Edna's voice like on GPS? Like you just press a button and then it's
Surely,
like someone
yeah,
else?
surely you can just change the
That's
voice as well.
that's what I'm gonna do if I clock that. That's why they're ignoring me.
And you
I
have a
guess so.
behavioral mod, right?
2
I do.
successes.
So it's a success. You notice that they completely ignore you because you're talking to them with a female voice.
What was the difficulty on that?
3,
It's a great thing.
like
Oh.
buttons.
I'm gonna change my my voice modulation, and I'll make it the Mr. Handy voice,
Okay.
and just re-ask the question.
What was the question again?
How many have died?
Well, more and more. I think in total 30, 40 legionaries so far.
Oh.
That's good going.
And, well, it always happens in the desert. We haven't seen La Llorona yet. One of them survived, and he actually did mention a giant blue woman with bleeding eyes looking down on them and screaming before his comrades died. So it's a ghost. It's La Llorona. This one's totally buying the story that it's a ghost.
Does it kill like normal people, like non-soldiery people, or just soldiers, or you don't know?
We haven't had those reports yet, but we have had. Well, we don't have proof that citizens died, but we do know that the civil populace is also fearful of La Llorona.
So you're looking maybe for a type of Ghostbuster situation? I may know someone. I have a brother who's
What
An
is a
exorcist.
Ghostbuster?
he's an exorcist, also Ghostbuster.
An exorcist.
Yeah, but
If
Also-
you
Ghostbusters.
have-
Also, amateur gynecologist, don't forget.
Yeah, he also space pets as well, so you can get it all done.
If you have experience with exterminating spectral spirits, then the Legion would gladly compensate you for that. If you have proof that you actually destroyed the maleficent
I mean,
spirit-
part of me wants to start speaking in tongues and then have something come over from like.
No, good chance that they're just gonna shoot you on the spot. Don't do
Yeah, I
that,
know,
please.
that's what I was like.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna start speaking like a woman. I'm like, I've been possessed by a woman.
Oh, no.
I don't know what's going on.
Been
No, I
possessed
won't.
by a woman. As you are having this conversation, that one of the servants once again announces, Ernest of the Tucson Caravan Company, and another man wearing a bit more tradesman clothing, not too fancy, but like a tradesman, walks in, and all of you may roll a perception. Survival difficulty 5, individually.
Perception survival difficulty 5. What?
Goodness. You didn't want.
I got 1 success.
Something happened to my sheet. I have 1 success.
1 each.
Okay. Does anyone else hold their perception survival difficulty 5?
Oh, we all did it, and we all got 1 success.
We all rolled
Mhm.
1.
Okay. All right, so that's all. The conversation can continue if you want.
Have another wine.
Okay, so you're having another wine.
What's the other conversation? You said there's like about 3 conversations. There's one about the slaves. You said someone was talking about the sorry, or slaves, right?
Slaves! I
Escaping.
put my glass in there, I'm like, slaves!
more slaves, less slaves.
So these two were talking about La Llorona, and this one is talking about slavery, and this one is talking about the war in Hoover Dam in Vegas.
And see the guy from the caravan who's just came in?
Yep.
Have we met him before? Or would this be the first time we've seen him?
At the moment, it seems like you've never seen this guy before.
Is there anybody
So-
we recognize?
No, not at all. Only the
Okay.
legate you saw like a few minutes ago, but other than that, not yet.
I'm going to engage with the caravan guy.
All right.
And basically, I'm going to shake his hand and say,
He shakes your hand.
Hill Kaiser, are you here to see the
Kaiser.
proprietor as well?
Oh, of course. My caravan business is very fundamental to the survival of this city. We transport a lot of food to the Legion fronts and to the cities. So, yeah, our business is very vital.
Hmm. I haven't met you somewhere before, have I? You're a little bit familiar.
You may roll perception survival difficulty 4.
Get some action points, Chris. Get this.
Yeah, many is it?
There's 4.
4.
Buy 2 and spend 6.
So
What's the
spend
cut?
6 action points.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a cutoff for action points when like we get like the 100?
We have a cutoff.
We have a
I think
cutoff
we
of
have a
7.
cutoff.
Oh, we have it.
Yeah.
Ah.
I got 3, so hold on. Let's spend 2 of my luck points because they got refreshed.
You need to put the overseer action points up too, David.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna spend another 1 luck to re-roll the other one that I did.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You don't recognize him at
Well,
all,
unlucky,
and he's
Chris.
like, no, I don't think we've met before. I would know. You would have probably been to one of my establishments in that case. And I don't really recall you, and you are quite a peculiar person. You aren't a typical Legion citizen, so no, I don't think we've met before. But if you ever have need of a caravan service to, well, transport some of your goods to anywhere in Caesar's territories, I am just the man to talk to.
Great. How do I talk to you? Do you do those like radio signals? Is there somewhere I need to
signals.
go? Do you have a
Oh
card?
no, the Tucson Caravan Company has an office here in the city. We're on the
Okay.
4th Avenue.
Great. Well, if I'm ever needing of your services, because we're going to be expanding here shortly.
Expanding?
Apparently, we fell into a hotel, so you know.
An hotel? Curious. Which one? Because we might be able to supply you with goods, food,
Well-
drinks, pre-war, post-war, Sonoran cuisine. We can supply it all.
I'm not really sure how the logistics of that works. My business partners will sort that. You know the woman over there with the beard. I mean the guys over there with the beard.
Yeah, I noticed them.
Yeah, they're the ones that do all the philanthropy and stuff. So, yeah. But I'll take your details. I'll hook it up and we'll get sorted. Because I'm nothing but a humble farmer, me.
I'll drink another
Very
wine.
well, quite an investment for a farmer to build a whole business here in the hotels. One detail. Do you have a Legion business permit?
So that is another thing that we're working on. Like I say, kind of just not sold to us yet, not closed. We don't really own it, so we're kind of just talking about the things in and around this stuff and finding out, because we're like I said, a humble farmer, just moved here recently. Like the Kaiser, pretty cool guy.
You don't own it. Do you have enough denarius and aureus to actually buy a hotel then?
Oh, I am Denarius. That's what they call me here.
But denarius is like a few caps.
They call me Max Denarius.
Aha, Max Denarius. I see. And he moves off to the table to indulge in one of the drinks as he's questioning your business senses.
I send my emotional dog to go and see if he's okay.
Your emotional dog support is fine, and the servant calls out again. Marcellus and Matt Caper, mayor of Rancho Pontano. And in walks an older man and a younger man you recognize. The guy without a leg, who's limping with his crutch. And the moment both of them enter, Delilah and Edna, you can hear the soldiers like mumble, "The coward is here as well. How dares he show his face?"
Didn't we meet? Is he the one who wanted this, like the pardon potion? Is that guy?
Yeah,
Is that a different
exactly.
guy?
That's the guy.
Is that guy? Okay, I thought it was.
Mhm.
Clearly, he's doing well then now. After we, oh no, we didn't give him the potion.
The
right?
coward's a pretty mean nickname just because he can't shag his wife.
And it's our
No,
fault because
it's
we
not
didn't
him.
give him the potion, right?
No.
We didn't give it him because of the reason.
He asked you the ingredients because he doesn't want the Legion soldier
Yeah.
to shag his wife.
Yeah. Ah, that was it. Yeah.
So he's the money changer inside of the market, the younger one. Does anyone else want to talk to anyone?
They'd be like, hey, how's it going with your relationship stuff, fellow
So you
man?
move over towards him.
Yeah.
Okay. And his father looks over at him and he's like, "Matt, are you engaging in a relationship with someone?" No, not at all. I'm just helping out a friend with a potion. That's all, pretty much. So yeah, I don't really have a relationship. What made you think I do?
Oh, you look like you must have all the ladies over you with your charismatic way
Well,
about yourself.
Most people really don't want to be associated with me. That's why they have me on the money lending, the money exchange, because, well, that way I can still be beneficial to the Legion without really holding that much of a position of significance. And his father shushes him and he's like, "Well, we don't talk about the past. You are doing a worthy job for the Legion."
But you've been invited here, right? So you must be pretty cool. Like,
Well, I have been
if you've
invited, and the father speaks up. Well, I have been invited, and I chose to take my son along, as he's still, well, nobility here. I am the mayor of Rancho Pantano, which is a settlement to the west, to the east, and we are a major food supplier for the Legion. So whether the Legion likes it or not, my son is still important, and my blood.
And he would, if a female was available, he would be looking for a female because I may know someone who looks similar to me, but less beard, but very similar otherwise.
He'll have to marry into an influential family.
I mean, this person has a hotel and a sewer processing facility and does charity work with people who are lost.
Amazing,
seems
man.
neither it seems neither the father or the son are really interested in your offer.
Oh well, okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, she's a lovely lady, but I understand you want to find someone else.
Preferably. And you have a feeling that the halls start filling up to the point that there's no more people really coming in. Do you want to do something?
Yep, I'll have wine number 5.
Okay, you're having wine number 5. You're heavily smashed.
I'm going for it,
And-
mate. It's free.
And some guards walk in and they call out, all invitees are requested to head for the audience chamber. Please head out to the audience chamber. And you're being escorted with everyone to the audience chamber. And you're all seated in front of a giant throne. And once again... Oh, perhaps this is the moment where we take a break?
Cool. Good plan.
Alright. See you guys in 5?
See you in 5.
Alright, perfect. We're back. So, you guys are all escorted towards the throne room, and you arrive in a rather fancy part of the restored Pima County courthouse. And you notice 3 individuals seated on chairs. In the middle, a man in his early 40s, wearing very decorative armor, well maintained, with a lion's symbol in the middle. Next to him, a woman in her mid-30s who's wearing a Pip-Boy, and she seems to be giving quite an educated look. And next to them, a small child, must be around 3 or 4, dressed in ceremonial armor. Next to them, another guy in in a reinforced Vault-Tec security armor with a Pip-Boy, a super sledge, and he seems to be related in some way. He's in his early 40s, and he seems to be related in some way to the woman. Behind them, you notice not the banners of the bull, but the banners in the same colors of a lion, and a giant painted fresco of a lion overlooking the desert. The man in the middle stands up as everyone is gathered, and he says, "Ah, welcome subjects of Caesar's empire. I welcome you to another Feast of the Lion, where we celebrate my victory over the city of Tucson and the addition of the Sonoran Desert to Caesar's legion." And then he stares straight at you guys. "You have conquered my arena, liberated Dustmere from the wasteland wildlife, and at the same time you helped the NCR escape from captivity in the arena. Bearded ladies, you are a mystery to me, but to the victors go the spoils, and so by the power vested in me by the will of Caesar, and as the proprietor of Tucson, I wish to honor your victory by naming all of you citizens of Tucson and the Legion, and I will allow you to give me one request, which I shall grant within reason." And he waits for you to speak.
And my sister speaks.
And actually, the lions, me and
Shut up.
lions,
Shut up. Shut up. Shut
Meow,
up. Shut up.
meow, meow. I start
Lions
screaming.
Don't
eating.
listen to him. Don't listen to him. Your Honor.
lions in it.
I
But
end up the line flavor to demand reinforcement to Willow Rose.
Willow Rose, take me home.
You guys literally start bickering in front of the...
Yeah.
Like he is a bad farmer. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know. He can't even grow potatoes. So don't
He
listen
looks
to him.
over at you and he says, "It seems you are conflicted. I need one resolute voice."
My voice is the most resolute. The action, the lions in it.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah,
Oh,
blah, blah,
okay.
blah.
Okay, my children. Lads, face each other.
Tell him. Edna.
I'm going to call out rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay,
Whoever wins, that is what we are going with.
Everyone sees this. All the dignitaries. Everyone
So
sees
get
it.
ready.
So we're so mature after we're trying to say how mature we are by playing rocks, paper, scissors.
Now we already
Okay.
voted and we won. I'm just humouring her.
Remy.
We voted.
Samson.
You can't re-vote. We already voted.
We already
We
won. I'm just
won.
humouring her.
All right, get ready. Remy, Samson. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What does shoot eliminate?
No, that's just when you throw your hand out.
Okay.
He won because I did
I
that.
get a paper.
Yeah, but you gotta do
So-
2 out of. You gotta do 2 out of
Two out
3,
of
right?
Making up more rules. We ain't got time.
I'm gonna,
Lions
punch
Enoch,
you, I'm gonna
thanks.
punch you in the
I
face in a
mean,
minute. Fuck your lions,
we are
you
at-
dicked.
We already decided this, so.
All right, we'll do it again. Go.
1, 2,
Rock,
three,
paper, scissors, shoot.
go.
Draw.
Draw.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Draw. Remy wins.
I've already wrote down while they're playing like what we want. I've given it on a bit of paper because I'm like, these guys are assholes. I'm like,
Hurry up and pass the paper, Delilah.
I'm like, just write it and give them like this is like an official piece of paper that we would like the reinforcements to Willow Rose.
Activate the Lions Enoch.
So, the proprietor looks at you after this whole silly exchange, and he says,
Or can
"So
I bargain in for 2 things? Because I'm
you
like,
have decided then?"
we've decided, but I'm like, if you wanna maybe give us another one as well, because
Can we earn another one?
yeah, can we do you some favors? We heard you got a ghost problem. We could help
If
you with
you
that.
succeed in the arena next year, you will receive another favor. Now, have you decided?
Okay. Yeah, we've done
Yeah,
it.
you need to
We've
send
tried
reinforcements
that.
to Willow Rose, mate.
Yeah, you're trying to back out of it. You sound dodgy. I think you be careful. You know, not listening to your own orders.
So, which one is it? The reinforcements?
Willow Rose one.
Willow Rose, definitely the
This one.
reinforcements.
He seems to be somewhat disappointed at your choice, and
Yeah, he doesn't want to do that because it's that's the
And-
bad guys for them.
Yeah.
And you hear some murmurs along the people, like, "I thought Willow Rose was safe. Why can't he protect his own settlements?" And they're like
Oh,
questioning
no.
his authority a little bit. And
Like, we respect the people of Willow Rose, and they need reinforcements now.
he
No, I don't know where Willow Rose is, or if it has
He-
any people.
he calls out, "Very well. I shall send the Decanus along with a detachment of my personal garrison to aid the people of Willow Rose. Are there any other matters that need to be raised?" And
Yes, full equal rights for women. Just as a little side note.
you're
Just
being
while
hushed.
you're at it.
Just to see if you've got a little bit of time to
Just while you're at it.
no.
Full equal rights for women, mate. Yeah.
change society a little bit.
You're
And
being
how-
you're being shushed by other people around you as you try to raise your voice again, and the legate walks forwards, and he says, "Proprietor, there's also the matter of Dustmere. The city is abandoned, the town is abandoned, but it still holds a precious mining facility, a resource-filled mine, and a strategic location. I say, tonight during dinner, you decide its new succession." And he replies, "Very well. Are there any candidates?" And 3 people step forwards.
And
Make your
Remy.
intentions known.
4, Remy steps forward.
Remy steps forwards.
He's gonna
Okay.
turn it into the new Brotherhood of Farming base.
So,
we all step back so that Remy is now.
Aye, we all step
stepping
back so
forward.
Remy. It looks like Remy stepped forward. Exactly, we do that old number.
the first one that steps forward is the Centurion, and he says, "Proprietor, if I were to give in control over the city of Dustmere, I would establish a new garrison there and make sure that our western roads are protected against the vile agents of La Luz and the spirit called La Llorona." You hear Matt's father raise his voice, and he's like, "Proprietor, my son has always been a faithful servant to the Legion. allow him to prove his capabilities even further by assuming control of the town of Dustmere so he can make it into a glorious and great town such as Rancho Pantano is. And the proprietor looks over. Anyone else? Nobody? Perfect. I will decide at the end of this evening, but now I wish to invite you all back to the feasting hall so that we may feast and drink and discuss the coming matters. And you're all being led back to the feasting hall.
I'll definitely have another glass of wine then.
And the table is filled with both a pre-war and post-war selection of foods, and people are just taking stuff from the table and walking around talking with their plates. So what's on the table? There are, let me see. There's cactus wine, ramen milk, Nuka-Cola, Sunset Sarsaparilla, and purified water. In terms of drinks, in terms of food, there's gecko jerky, iguana on a stick, fried red scorpion, corn stew, and then pork and beans, Salisbury steak.
Is there any food
And
that's
sugar
not radiated?
toast.
Correct.
Surprisingly, everything isn't radiated. There's no
Right.
radiation on anything.
Classy food.
I'll definitely eat some Salisbury steak then.
Okay,
Can I
So
try
you're
and
going
be?
for the
Can I
steak.
try and be covert and put it in the Tupperware that I bought at the market that I forgot to tell you?
there is
about?
no Tupperware.
Is,
In your pocket. Stick
isn't
it in your
that
pocket.
is? No, isn't that? Didn't they invent Tupperware around?
Didn't we
This
give it a
guy-
name? Yeah, what was the name?
Yeah, I think they just invented Tupperware in this.
No, we
whatever
invented
time period.
Tupperware. And we gave it a name. I remember
Did
that.
Oh
Yeah.
well,
They're doing-
then I definitely have got Tupperware. So I would like to stealthily get some food in it because I
You
know
don't
it's
even
going
need
to
to do
be.
stealthily.
But when you think we're cheap, I mean, I don't want to be just like filling my boots with.
Okay,
you
you
know,
want to do it
it's
stealthily?
just-
Yeah, do
Well,
it.
I want to do so they wouldn't know. I think it'd look really bad if we're just like,
Okay,
you know.
Roll.
yeah.
roll a stealth difficulty 2.
I'm gonna get Brew to cause the distraction as she does something cute. to,
Just use
like,
the 3
rolls
action
around.
points to roll 4 dice.
Oh, I'll do that then.
I'll just drink more
Okay,
wine to
so
fill it
we-
up again, mate. Easy peasy.
Okay.
You've got unlimited action
Oh,
points here. Roll 4 dice.
But this is sneak, right? And I don't have anything in sneak. But I guess my agility's. But my agility's
Agility's
9.
high, yeah.
So it might work, right? Let's see. I'm gonna roll it. So sneak, and then I'm gonna use all the action doodads.
Or you need to give yourself an extra 3 action points in because he rolled 6 dice. He rolled 5 dice. He got 3 successes, though. We get an action point. You get 2, David.
Okay.
No, you
awesome.
get 3.
I get 3.
Yeah, you get 3.
I
Alright, there
get
we go.
secret food.
Yes, nice.
Okay,
done,
so
Tyler.
How much food do I get? Like, what is acceptable
let's say
without
you
breaking
got
the game?
3 cans of pork and beans.
Nice.
I'm gonna add those to your inventory.
You know what? I mean, I want stuff that's not going to absolutely destroy our. I don't know. Backs or
Colons.
whatever we Yeah.
So 3 cans of pork and beans you managed to stuff inside your buckets.
Nice,
We,
Delilah.
that's a meal.
Very
That's
nice.
a meal.
Is there
Okay.
any bottles of alcohol that are like sealed up, like bottles of whiskey or vodka or anything? that I
No,
can
they're
maybe
all
steal?
opened. They're all opened.
Okay.
Let's just wine them.
I'll just eat
I would
them.
And-
brew it. And Brew is chowing down. I'm just letting her just pack it out. I want her to be full for days.
Yes, good
Like,
plan.
just because yeah.
Dogs up on the table.
And I give her a fake penis because I know they probably like male dogs more than female dogs. So I'd be like, oh, look at those massive testicles. Because you know that's what men look at on dogs. As it
So-
eats.
Fill
Everyone at
a glove with
feast.
sand and just strap it on.
Yeah, like yeah.
Where did Remy go, by the way? Chris?
Oh no, Remy left the party.
Chris left. It's fine. Don't worry about Remy. Chris is left.
Oh, because
His camera was following for a bit, and then it just did a close up of his ass, and then it just gave up. I think the camera's got weird, creepy vibes on him.
so now we're seeing his Dragon Ball Z collection. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah, I mean that's what the camera likes.
as we wait for Chris, you notice everyone inside the feasting hall is pretty much talking about the whole inheritance of Dustmere, the town you guys cleared. And it seems
Nice.
there's a lot of interested parties in claiming that area.
Can we figure out why they want it? Like, is it because it's strategic?
There's a scrap mine there, a junk mine there, isn't there?
Oh,
There's a
So that-
mine there, but it's also strategic, and it is an influential post. Now, Remy, as you are walking around at the party, one of the
Yep.
slaves moves over closer towards you as she pours you a drink, and she's like, "You spoke to."
Oh, you're whispering just that little bit too quiet. It's not picking up.
yeah, we didn't hear
Okay,
we're
it.
not
okay,
hearing
yeah,
it.
I was whispering. You didn't understand that. Okay, so she whispers, "You spoke to one of my tribespeople, right? The one working for
Yes.
Jordan Malik."
Yes.
It would be a disaster if the cartel or the Centurion got the control of the town. And she moves off.
Ah, okay. Bye.
She wants you to volunteer for it, I think.
Yeah, but
No, she-
I'm not in good favor, so I'll
You're
just
not
make sure
anybody
the
as well. They're
employees
not
don't
going to
have
say
it.
yes. Yeah.
She mentions 2 candidates, and let me look at this. So, you guys get a new quest.
Yay.
Birdie
We
doesn't
finished-
have the permission to open this quest. That's weird.
Oh no.
Where's the quest?
I've been locked out.
I see. There we go. No,
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go. So you guys get the quest, The Fate of Dustmere. And there are 3 claimants. You can convince 2 of them to back down or discredit them. Or you can just ignore it altogether, and then the scene will play out as
One
the
of them-
proprietor's
One of them's
favor.
got the penis problems right with that, so I'm pretty sure we can discredit him very quickly.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the penis problems. He's giving someone penis problems.
No, yeah, he
We
doesn't
can-
want.
We can
he
easily
likes-
make up some false
yeah.
rumours about him having penis problems, though. It's easy done.
Well, we
He's
could
already
release.
being called a coward.
We could release the secret about him stopping the other person having access to his penis. That's still pretty bad.
I think what we should just do is ensure that one of them wins. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do.
Who do we want to win it?
So there are private areas where you guys can discuss this.
I'll have another wine.
So there's the gladiator, the penis person, and the woman. Are those the 3 people?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's
Right.
a-
Gladiator,
accurate
the penis
description.
person, and the woman. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm on wine number 7 by now. I'm like, penis!
Well, who do we want to win though? Because
Yeah, I'm leaving you guys to the business. I'm on wine number 7,
No.
guys.
I tried to talk to the penis person. He wasn't very nice. I don't want him to win because he was rude, kind of. So
He just
I
wasn't
think-
into you.
same thing. I mean, that's if you could have let me down easy. So, and the woman, she seems dodgy as well, right? Because she wants for the mine. So that's why she was.
But
really
she's because she's the
intrigued.
scrap cartel.
Oh, okay.
And
I
it's a
mean,
junk mine, so it's just good business for her to have it.
and the gladiator wanted it strategically. Was that why? Because it's like a good base of operations or something. I know they all had different reasons for wanting it, right?
Pretty
So-
much.
We
Okay.
don't want the cartel. We don't want the cartel to get in, and the way that
Okay.
we can easily persuade them not to take the cartel is going to be because they're a foreign entity, and if they're given too much power within the Legion's going to lose their stronghold.
Lose
So
power
it
and
should be
influence, yeah.
someone. It should be someone who
Is
is
Legion.
linked with the Legion.
Yeah.
So that then leans towards the gladiator who wants it for defense, because again, that's going to bring a strategic advance to the Legion holding their stronghold.
So should we suss the gladiator out to make sure he's okay, because we don't know that much about him, right?
Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. But what was it? Who's the other one in
Penis.
question?
The third one is the son of the mayor of Rancho Pantano, and it's the guy who you've seen exchanging money, caps for denarius, and who's also been sabotaging his friend's penis, pretty much.
He's the money changer.
He's also a foreigner.
And he's the cripple. He's called the coward by everyone.
Yeah. So
that's
easy.
you don't want to
That's
endorse
easy.
him. You don't want to endorse him if he's a coward and a cripple.
I don't want to be on the channel if we endorse people who steal other people's erections. I don't approve of that. Everyone should be allowed erections if they want them.
That's a fundamental principle of this channel, Martin. As you know.
Erections.
Erections.
Stealing erections.
Stealing erections.
The right to have an erection.
So, does this work as a vote? Like, do the people around the table vote for who they want, or how does it work? Sorry.
Nope. And in the end, it's the proprietor that decides, nobody else. But you can discredit
sow the seeds of dissent and discredit
yeah.
by just calling them gobshites and that. Basically saying this one's a gobshite and that one's can't get a stiffy and etc. etc.
Well, the other one's a woman, which they're not that into, so I'm pretty sure we could just be like,
yeah, they hate women, so that's easy.
Oh no.
Just remind them that the whole place will go to shit for a week once a month, and she'll not get it. They hate women.
Like, I heard women can't do math, so I don't think you want her like trying to like figure out money and stuff. She might get confused.
Coordinate me, I can give you guys some info.
I feel like for her to be one of the few women at this event, people probably either really fear her or really respect her.
Is she a Legion citizen though? The tradeswoman.
You actually, every Legion citizen wears a mark, and she wears a mark. Yeah.
But she came by herself, right? She's not like escorted with someone else. So yeah, you're probably right, Birdie. She
came by herself. Yeah.
She's respected. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you guys do this.
Can we discredit them by speaking to the proprietor, or is the proprietor away in a chamber on his own?
No, he's also there at the table.
Will he speak to us?
He
I'll be like,
speaks to
hey,
everyone, but
proprietor, big man, where's it going?
that gets you dragged away if you do that.
Well, I want to speak to the gladiator.
Everyone in this room.
Can I speak to
everyone?
I'll speak to the gladiator because I want to see what he's about. See if he's honorable-ish.
Well, I think you should have another action point. I'll have wine number 8.
Okay.
You're gonna die of alcohol poisoning.
So you once again move over to the centurion and the legate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're joined by the cowboy, who feels himself to be the mayor of a town called Red Dust Crossing. And the mayor is really endorsing the centurion. He's like, well, having a base near Dustmere would, well, increase the safety of my town, which is currently still in construction because we're having a huge super mutant problem. And you're only a few hours away, so I fully endorse your candidacy.
Oh, well, that sounds positive, right? What does the gladiator say, though? Like, I want to ask him. I was like, so why do you wanna rule this town? Because I'm very influential, as are my friends. So we would like to endorse you, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Yeah.
He replies like, well, as I mentioned before, the Legion needs to grow its military power here in the region, especially with the creature La Llorona roaming around these areas. And you may roll a perception speech difficulty 3.
I've been saving up action points for you. Spend 3 action points and roll 4 dice.
Okay. Let's see. Am I doing all of them? So
No,
I
just
get the
just
5?
do an extra 2.
Oh.
Just do 4 dice because we've got that
Okay,
many. We
okay,
don't have to buy any.
Fair enough. Oh, 3 successes.
Okay. You get the feeling that the Centurion himself isn't really too keen to actually get a function, but that he's being nudged along by the legates to assume that position.
And
To
the legates
claim-
are the legates are the is the higher ups, right?
Yeah.
Because I did right.
But they're pretty much the
Right.
generals of the Legion. So he's the one.
In charge of the
Influence and-
place, yeah.
He wants the Centurion to build a fort at Dustmere instead of making it mining down again. You get
Do
that
we
feeling
like-
a lot out of this
Do we
conversation.
like the Legion? I don't know who the good guys. I mean, I
No,
don't know,
we
they
don't.
like-
The Legion are the ruling power here, but we don't like them, really. They're baddies.
Uh-oh.
The NCR are the goodies here in this situation. We like the NCR. They're cool.
Right.
We
But
don't
the
like the
NCR
Legion.
barely has any presence in Arizona.
Yeah, we are in Legion territory, though.
So we need to be respectful of them enough. Okay.
It's their world and we're in it, yeah, basically.
I mean, I can't endorse the penis person, whatever. I don't care if he's gonna help slaves, but I can't.
Yeah, I
endorse
don't like the guy
Um,
that's denying
uh,
somebody a stiffy. You're right, mate.
him.
I
No,
agree.
because-
No, he's not going to help anyone. He's a bad guy. Let's not have him get it. He's a
No.
foreigner.
The guy that won't let his mate get a stiffy is definitely not getting endorsed by me because that is bad patter, denying somebody a stiffy.
And if we help,
So the
Gladiator,
reason
we can-
reason why he did it is because that guy is trying to have a baby with his slave,
Oh,
whom
yeah.
this individual is also in love with, or
Yeah.
very aligned with.
So they can't get a stiffy guy who's trying to have a baby with a slave, which is that's pretty morally fucked. So I don't know why maybe we shouldn't really be defending him. Like, he's a baddie.
I don't think any of them should do it. I think we should do it. We should take over that place. These guys are all got their own issues.
Maybe we should. We would just add it to our empire of businesses.
You passed
Yeah.
on the opportunity when you didn't speak in the audience room.
But I hadn't had 8 wines then. I have now.
I would like to discredit everyone and say, but we do have another group who would be better, which is us.
I'll run your town.
In China.
Yeah. Well, we need to kiss up to the guy, don't we? So what would he want? The head of the town. What if we just we would like to run it for him?
We will run it as a wine producing town, and 50% of all our wine will go to the legate's private
Yeah.
palace.
Yeah, we wanna. There you go. We'll make it into a vineyard or what they call petrol berries. I can't remember.
I think
what
it
the
is
thing
a
is
fucking
called.
terrible idea. I think literally the give the land to the Legion. The Legion need the land. It's gonna be a fucking ball ache for us later on. But look, out of the 3 choices that we have, we've got the fucking cartel who want to fucking take over. You've got fucking Penis Boy, which I don't even know what he wants to do. What? I don't know. I can't remember. What did you say he wanted to do with it?
Well, we thought he was a bad guy because he was denying somebody a stiffy, but he's denying somebody a stiffy who's trying to have a baby with a slave, which is bad patter. He bought somebody who's trying to impregnate her. So he's a baddie, actually. So the guy that's trying to deny him a stiffy is actually a good guy. So actually, I like him again. I like him.
Again.
Yeah,
Again.
And I still don't trust him.
I mean,
I
he's
think
devious
anybody
because
from this place is bad.
it's Fallout. Everybody's a bad guy. We're all bad guys. There's no good guys in Fallout. Absolutely not. The Minutemen tried to be
Sure.
good guys and nobody paid any attention. Nobody likes the
Yeah,
Minutemen.
exactly.
I'm go-
Nobody
I'm
likes
go-
a minute.
I'm gonna let you guys decide because you know more about the world than me. But I'm very heavily against the penis guy. But if we have to choose him, because possibly there is something that I didn't know about possibly forcing his erections on other people. That's
He's
a bit
trying to
different.
stop somebody forcing his erection on a slave. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Well, I don't know. I've got it.
He's a
into my head
card.
now.
And a fucking money launderer.
Yeah, he's a money launderer as well.
No, he's a
not
money
a money
lender.
launderer.
No, he's a money
He's a money
exchanger.
He's in
the
charge of the
exchange
money.
Yeah,
office,
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
He's printing money. This fucker.
Fine.
it's
We'll
the
go
same
full-
thing.
We'll go full circle and be like, yeah, the guy who has erections for the right reasons we support, because there you go.
Why are you fucking switching and saying you're not going to help now? You're deciding it's the wrong person. I've told you a million times it needs to be the Legion all the way. Like, it's the only one that makes sense.
You're a cocksucker though. You're sucking the Legion's cock. You love them.
Oh right. Well, you guys got your fucking thing. I can't even fucking complete my mission now because of you cunts.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
Sending me down the river for a couple of fucking caps.
Well, I'll take a step back. I don't mind whoever we choose, so I'll take out so you guys can.
No, Chris is right.
I also don't care.
It's best to stay
Yeah,
on side with the
I don't
Legion
know.
here in this situation. We should endorse the Legion for this one. Actually,
Fair enough. Well, let's.
Chris is right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
Okay.
so I'm gonna spread a rumor that fucking the caravan company is trying to take over the Legion, and this is gonna be their diplomatic point to do so. So do you want me to roll like a speech charisma
Wait,
to try and
Caravan company?
spread this or not?
Salvage.
Fucking
salvage company.
Salvage company.
Caravan.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I knew what you meant.
Okay.
Chris.
Is there any way we can help him?
You can all do an assist, but the more successes you get, the higher the influence of your roll. So I won't give you a difficulty, but the higher.
What's he doing?
More
Speech
successes.
charisma.
Yeah, speech charisma.
Right, and then can I spend an action point on that as well?
You
Yeah.
can spend as much action
Oh, there
points
is
as
no
you
AP.
want.
You can buy some.
No,
Yeah, give me more AP.
there's 2 successes.
Oh, very nice,
And
Chris.
everyone else can do 1 assist.
I failed with my assist.
What is it? Speech.
Speech
Perception.
charisma.
Charisma.
Speech charisma.
I have 2 successes.
You've rolled 2 dice. You're only supposed to roll 1 for an assist.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
just one.
sorry.
Okay.
This I have
That's
1
right.
success.
Okay, that's fine.
And
Alright.
First
So
try.
in total,
Yeah,
you get
I didn't get one.
in total you get 3 successes. Now I'm gonna spend 3 action points for this character. Okay, so she
Fuck's
gets
sake.
4 successes.
Oh, this bitch.
Now I'm also gonna spend 3 action points for this character. He gets 5
Oh,
successes.
this motherfucker's got 5.
And finally 3 action points for this character. 2. Okay, so the evening progresses and you get a feeling that more and more people are shifting towards this guy, supporting this guy, the Caper family, because of all the successes.
That's the coward, isn't it?
That's a coward. But you notice that the cartel woman moves over straight towards the proprietor, and they're speaking as the mood starts to shift a little bit in the feasting hall.
Well, boys, looks like we're out of action points. Better drink another wine.
Do you reckon she's trying to bribe him or something? She's
Can I like drift
rich.
closer? Can I drift closer to that conversation?
Absolutely. So
If they get quiet or move away, I'm not going to press it.
you may roll a perception speech for this one. Difficulty 3. You notice them quieting down as you move closer, and they walk a bit closer towards another part of the hallway, the feasting hall, and they continue their conversation.
I'll shift away from them.
Okay. If you guys spend an action point, I'm willing to give you some info.
I'll spend the action point on the info, yeah, please.
He's just trying to take our action points.
It's
You
fine.
still
I'll
have
just
a
drink
sign.
more wine.
You still have a signed petition of Tucson citizens against the salvage cartel.
Oh yeah, right enough, yeah. Oh fuck. right. Yeah. So, can we just show them that fucking
The people
show
don't
the
like them.
proprietor
Yeah,
that
yeah,
once
yeah,
he's
yeah.
finished this conversation?
Sure. Let's say after a few minutes, the woman walks away and starts talking with other people.
Okay, so I'm
You
gonna
approach
show him
the
it.
proprietor.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him it and say, hey, just to let you know about the cartel, the people of Tucson aren't too happy. There's this petition going around at the moment, and we've got like 50 signatures on this to try and get them out of here, because a lot of people think that they're doing dodgy shit and they want to take over Legion land. So maybe not a good strategic point, to place them.
And he looks you up and down for a moment as you give him strategic advice, and then he extends his hand. Allow me a look.
Give him over.
He starts reading the names and he notes some influential names in the city, and he's looking quite worried about this. He gives a deep sigh and then says, the Salvage Legion, the Salvage Cartel, offers us a lot of our weaponry and equipment, but I also fear their growing influence over our supply lines. Perhaps this is, and he holds up the document, confirms that. I will have to speak with the other two contestants. And he moves over towards the general now, the legate.
The woman is dealt with, right? Don't need
Yeah.
to deal, so, okay.
Mm-hmm. The woman is dealt with.
Woman dealt with. Just needs possibly nice penis man now, because we're not sure if he's good or bad.
So what's your next
Nice
move?
penis man.
Nice penis man.
Good, nice penis man, I guess.
Together. Okay, so now he's talking to the legate.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a rally in the background to give the legate more AP.
You
so
do
that
rally.
What do you want to yell?
Go legate, go! You have full support of
Of the people.
everyone here and the bearded ladies.
Yeah, the support of the people. Yeah.
And the Ramyon shop and the blah blah hotel and
Yeah.
Blah blah hotel.
and the possible underground crackdown.
Can we? I'm gonna roll rally as well, Chris. I love that idea. I'm like, the people support the legate.
Okay, all of you can both roll a speech check to see how many AP you generate for the legate.
What a fucking good idea, Chris.
Is it a single?
No, it's two dice.
Two each. Okay,
Oh,
so
look at
that's
that
two.
roll. At least you did well.
Okay, so 2, and then I'm gonna spend
I didn't do well.
3
I
AP
will.
again.
I will drown my sorrows from that fear with wine number 10. I have hit double figures, boys.
Okay, so he only generates 2 AP at the moment, and generates 2 successes at the moment. And I'm once again gonna spend 3 AP for the father to continue influencing the party, and he gains 4 successes again.
Oh,
So that's only 2 for the legate and 4 for the father. But in the end, he doesn't really. Well, the public doesn't decide, it's the proprietor who does. So after talking with the legate, he moves over to the father and the son to talk to them.
Is there an opposite of rally? Can we like boo and be like, card and the people hate the money man?
yeah.
We
What's
can
the
just, like-
opposite of rally?
We can talk about his like personal life, right? It's not exactly that pleasant.
I think it might be better if we do that more with like whispers and gossips than just yelling it straight
Yeah.
out.
He's a fucking dickhead, by the way. I've had 10 wines. I'm just gonna say it. You're a wanker. You're a wanker.
I'll talk to some of the gods I was talking about with the ghosts about saying that I heard a rumor that he has been having sex with a lowly slave. So I think that's what he was
Okay,
doing.
so you want to start spreading that rumor.
Yeah.
a charisma sneak, perhaps, because you're trying to start a rumor.
Cool.
Yeah, I think charisma sneak
Makes
would
sense.
make sense.
Makes sense.
We got one. Maybe someone believes
One.
me.
Okay. You start spreading the rumor, and the guy from the caravan company moves over towards you, and you may roll a perception survival difficulty 4.
Oof.
Ooh, that's gonna be difficult.
Difficulty 4. Do you need to buy AP?
Too late.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, you don't notice anything, and he moves over as you start spreading this rumor, and he's like, having the Centurions take over the road to Dustmere would also be beneficial to my caravan company because the roads would be safer. I'll be sure to spread this rumor about little Matt Caper. Got any more rumors about him?
Make something up.
He wanks on all
Yeah.
fours.
It's a
Um,
weird-
Wears women's
I'm not sure.
clothing and he.
I'm gonna say he doesn't give correct change when he's doing all the money stuff. Sometimes
Oh.
he takes a bit
he's,
off. the
he's
top,
taking a bit off the top. And he
So,
wanks on all
okay.
fours.
and he works on the floor. Yeah.
So you say he doesn't give enough money.
Well, I'm saying it in the most polite way, just saying he doesn't make the right change. But yeah, I'm insinuating that he's taken more off
Okay.
the top of.
Really? Because I have been there exchanging a few times. And he starts thinking,
Did you get a receipt? I bet you he said, "Do you want a receipt?" And you're like, "No, I'm cool." Well, you should have got that receipt. 'Cause
he starts thinking for a moment, and he's like,
You're gonna get this guy killed.
you might be
Yeah.
right.
You're gonna murder this man.
He's
And
gone go all the
He
way
moves
around.
over towards the guards, towards the legate and the centurion. Is there anyone else you want to talk with?
Just remember, when there's no good guys in Fallout, that includes us. Don't worry about being a cunt.
Yeah, but I
alright?
feel bad
Yeah.
that he's just some man who maybe does need an erection or doesn't. I still don't know what's going on, but I feel bad that I may have got him killed. But Delilah's like, I'm done now. I'm done. I think I've solved it. Yeah.
He likes to press flowers, wildflowers, and he puts on women's clothing and hangs around in bars.
Chris, that's you.
Does he also chop down
that's just
trees?
Chris. That's just you, Chris.
He wears
Yes.
knee-high suspenders
And
and a bra.
nappies. He wears a
And a
nappy.
bra. Okay.
And
You-
he says, "I wish
can't
I
wear it."
was I wish I was a girly to my dear papa."
the rumors start to
These are
spread.
Monty Python lyrics, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, I
It's a
know.
lumberjack, and it's okay. So, the rumor that he steals money during the changing starts to spread.
Now I
further
feel
and
bad.
further.
I feel that everyone's gonna kill him now and be like,
And-
oh,
Oh, the money thing is probably gonna get him killed.
Remy,
maybe he
you're
is.
still
Maybe
holding a glass of
maybe it's
something.
real though. Maybe he is, and I've just told them the truth, but by mistake.
Remy, are you still holding a glass of something?
Yeah, I'm holding a glass of wine. I'm not drinking it. I'm just holding it.
So the slave once again pretends to fill up your glass as she moves closer to the servant, and she whispers to you, "What are you doing? It was going well, and now they're all turning on him."
Oh,
And she moves back off.
Yeah.
I love how Remy's getting in trouble. I love it. I have to do shit.
Oh shit. Fuck. Well, I misheard you. Can we go back half an hour here and just undo everything that we just done?
The
You
search
spend a
are being
luck point to
brought in.
change something in the scene. Maybe you could do that.
No, we can't go back in time with AP. Or points.
Let's
Search are starting to
oh,
be brought in, and it's all boxes of sugar bombs
I'm
and milk.
I'm gonna start a rumor that Delilah has chronic has to lie about everything disorder.
We know she's
whatever that is.
emotionally blind.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't have
Just emotional blindness, yeah.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have I'm gonna be like, Samson, whisper something in my ear.
And I'm gonna whisper, pineapple.
Penis.
Pineapple in his ear.
I'm gonna scream, what? No way that's true. You're trying to bring this man's name into disrepute. I heard that he is nothing but an honest man, and he's always given me correct change. These rumors are absolutely disgusting, and I can't believe that they're being spread at this table just to bring this man's name into badness.
Yes, that's right.
Ugh.
That's the evil rumors that I heard. You're right. They're not true. You're absolutely right. He's a very honest man. He's changed money for me many times and always gives the right change.
And I've heard he has the biggest slong. They call him Longus Schlongus.
It's like a baby's arm holding an apple.
You guys start off so strong and then you just keep talking.
Like real life.
Someone-
Yeah,
Replies, "Oh, I have a very good friend in Vegas called Among Us Schlongus."
Well then you can second the fact that this man always gives good money, right? Person
Roll a speech charisma.
speech charisma, and I'm gonna use that action point to get an extra dice.
And I'm going to drink a wine to refill that action point.
And I'm gonna use a luck to re-roll one of those.
Yeah.
I got 2.
Good show, Chris.
Okay. Great. So you start restoring this man's reputation a little bit.
I'm destroying my liver for the good of this party, by the way, guys.
Who do we want to play? I thought you wanted the gladiator. there.
No,
You-
I heard it wrong. I thought it was just the cartel that we didn't want to win, and then the Legion was the one that made sense. But like,
No,
let's
she
just.
said both the legionary and the cartel are danger.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Fucking
But she did whisper, so miscommunication does happen.
yeah. I blame Niall's commie whispers.
Yeah.
Right. So how do we bring the Legate into disrepute? Fine, Legate. Let's have a duel, because that will show you your honor and strength in battle. No.
Okay.
Can you just offer
So-
this guy a scrap? Yes.
You challenge the legate.
Somebody
Duel.
shot him up.
Click the one that's the Legate, please. Oh, I thought it was the lady because I was
The
then gonna
Legate's
go.
the big
Oh,
tough-looking
nice,
guy.
see, you're a lady, and I didn't know that you guys liked ladies in here. Oh, that's smelly. And then but no, that plan's not gonna work anymore.
You-
Um,
a
I
guard.
go and
So-
sit, I go and sit
Remy.
down with Edna. I'm like, I'm giving up. I don't know what's going on now. I'm just gonna sit
The
and get
guard
drunk.
approaches
I
you,
stop
Remy, and
drinking.
he gives you
Yes.
it gives me a sword.
and the legate walks out to the courtyard, and he beckons you forward. Time for
I-
duel. Best out
No,
of
no.
3.
No, back down. Never surrender.
Oh, Shit, Remy, some of the
That's just-
jewel.
Wait, what do you mean best out of 3? How does that work? You gave him a sword.
Well,
Does that mean he dies? Is it whoever dies first?
4 limbs,
However-
so at least they'll get laughed with 1, maybe.
Whoever scores 3 hits wins.
Hey, easy work.
And he
I've got
pulls
melee,
out
right?
a massive sword. But a
Ah,
truly
ah.
massive sword.
You're not allowed to use that. That's against the rules. That's long.
Do you question
long-
my honor, sir? I can kill you right here, so the servants can wipe away your blood from the floor.
But if you kill me, then you're also killing your community, because I am their recent hero from the fucking trial of combat. But
They would not
let's
care
have
for
our
it.
scrap anyway. But what I would say is this might suit you better and be more of a challenge for you because I know you want to show how big you are, right? And then I offer him a tiny combat knife. And like if you use this and you defeat me, then everyone will know how talented you are.
Okay, you can roll a speech charisma difficulty 3 for this.
Okay. Speech charisma difficulty 3. I'm gonna spend the action point that we have, and I don't have any luck left, so I can't re-roll. Do I have a thing?
You can buy
Hurt?
AP.
I know, but I rolled the complication and I can't re-roll it.
Okay. So you have no more luck
Fuck.
because luck was restored, right?
Yeah.
But you already wasted all of it.
I used all. No. I didn't waste all of it. I used it all.
Okay, you used it all.
There's a massive
He's like-
difference in those two sentences.
Either you pick up your blade and you fight right now, or I shall have you cut down like a cowardly dog.
Alright,
Like
right,
that guy.
let's
And
go.
he points his sword at Matt Caper. Like that coward.
Aha! You challenge his integrity. He is the bravest man I ever met.
Then
So
fight in his honor.
I will fight in his honor. Apparently.
Chris, what are you
Okay.
doing? Fucking
So-
idiot.
I don't know. Can you throw a fucking pipe bomb or something out here and like
We've got-
blow us both
We've
up?
got no weapons, mate. We left them at the door.
Yeah, we've got
How-
nothing. We've got any
How we're
armor.
gonna do this, Chris, is
Huh.
we're gonna do opposed melee attacks each time.
Oh, great.
And 3 rounds, and the one with the most successes wins. For 3 rounds.
Better get drinking.
Start chugging
you-
Samson.
Wouldn't you have like passed out if you've been drinking like
So,
10 drinks in an hour? or
He's
something?
deep in. You've
I'm-
drank so
you
much.
better drink some Delilah. The man needs action points. Drink some fucking wine.
I mean,
I'm going
I'm
to
drinking
spend
now.
6 action points. No, 5. It's 6, right? For 6 AP.
3 dice. To add 3
Yeah.
dice for 5 dice
Alright.
at 6 AP. Yeah.
So he's gonna use
Delilah,
5 dice
you need to drink
to
some
attack.
wine.
Okay, I'll drink away.
And he's gonna use 2 of his luck points. Okay,
Oh,
that's more
come
like
on.
it. So he scores 5 successes in
Wow.
his first round.
Bye, Chris.
You can roll your sword to see if you win.
Sword? Okay.
Yeah, it's just like
Um.
a duel, so it's always opposed melee attacks. Okay, you're using a knife. I'm gonna give you a machete. You're given a machete by a sword. You're actually given a sword by the Legion soldiers. So let me give you a sword. Hold on. Here we are, Remy.
Drink another wine, Delilah. He needs action points.
Now you've got a sword. There we go.
Bye.
So you completely fail to block or parry the first strike, and he pokes you with the tip of his sword, and he's like, "That's 1, 2 more, and everyone will know your insignificance." You attack first, and he beckons you forward.
I was just about to say, I'll attack. Get attacked. Fuck.
You drop the sword on the ground, and he
You're like,
goes for another.
can't you just bow out and be like, sorry?
So, well, it doesn't matter now because this is going to be the 2 out of 3. It was best of 3, so.
No, just 3 hits. Once you get 3 hits, it's over.
Oh, okay. So I still got a chance here.
Yep.
Okay,
So
cool.
he's going for another attack. There we go. He's 1 success.
Well, you can beat this one, Chris.
No, he dropped his
No.
sword.
I
dropped my
so
sword.
You get poked a second time with the sword, but not in the deadly kind of way.
Yeah.
This must be a humbling experience for you, little farmer.
Delilah's egging him on. It's like, kill him. Like, this is like, get rid of him.
Go on, Remy. Go
Yes,
on, Remy.
No, not Remy. I'm supporting the other guy. I'm like, kill him.
I'm ruling rally. What is it you do? Speech.
Yep, speech.
Fucking nothing.
That's nothing. Anyone else wants to rally for Remy?
I'll drink another wine.
No, I did all my rumors. I'm done. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna let him sort
Okay.
it out.
It's a duel, suddenly.
I'm staggering like fuck now. I'm on wine number
You're-
13. Come on,
you're
Remy! Fuck him up! Grab his neck and twist it!
We're so gonna get kicked out.
Yeah, we really are.
I'm going to look at the courtyard and realize that this guy's way better at fighting me. So I want to use the land to get myself an advantage, like trying to find the high ground by doing a survival endurance test, because I know I'm on my last legs.
Okay, great. Do that.
Fuck.
You find nothing. And he charges forwards.
Oh, nice try, Chris.
Farmers.
Fucking farmers. Oh my days!
You can still roll your melee attack to see if you actually block the attack.
Yeah, let's.
Spend the 3 action points.
I'm not even. What's that? Give me 4 dice, does it?
I'll give you 4, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Give up. Just give up. Just politely give
It's
up.
not for the want of try, it's not for the lack of
There's
trying,
no
eh?
politely giving. You can't give up. He just has to get his ass whooped.
He
Yeah.
absolutely smacks the blade out of your hands and pokes you once again with the tip of his blade. And he's like, "Is this your champion, Caper?"
Better luck next time, farmer boy.
Well, you see, the
Remember,
thing.
he's actually a woman. I said one of the members of the Bearded Ladies is a woman, but I'm making sure they think it's him.
So, like it. Just to let you know, I'm actually much better with a pistol. So when I challenged you to a duel, what I wanted to do was shoot cans off the wall. But you assumed that it was a sword, and because it's your house, I didn't want to dishonor you. So fair enough, you beat me, but that it was an honorable.
He draws his pistol and he motions some
Oh, just let him have it. Jesus.
emotions.
I might hit this one because I have 0 in melee, so everything's in guns.
He motions a bunch of servants to start lining up cans and bottles along a line in along the fountain in the palace, and the proprietor looks over and says, "Well, I'll allow it."
Watch him give you a small guns when all your points are in energy weapons.
And the legate draws his pistol and looks over at you. "You first try to take as many down as before I can."
Okay, I'm gonna take my lucky pistol, and I pull out my laser gun.
We don't have our weapons.
Yeah, but we're outside, so surely he's gonna allow me to
No,
use
they
my
fit
pistol.
your weapon. They fit your preferred
Yeah.
weapon.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
So
And the more successes are the amount of bottles you shoot down.
2 successes.
Okay.
Yo, 2 bottles.
He draws
And
his
that is
gun,
he's
and
gonna
I
use
waste
fucking 30
6
fucking AP. Yeah, and he fucking really is, isn't he?
You're getting embarrassed here, Chris. Oh, for fuck's
And he
sake, 7
shoots down.
successes.
Fuck me.
I mean, we
This
told
guy-
you to
this
give up. But
guy's like-
we told you to give up, but
So he
He
got
shoots
7. How many bottles were on the wall? Is that all of them? Is that it? Game over?
Let's
Think
say
so, mate?
you shot 2 and he shot 7 in the same moment.
I want to ask the guy out because he's
but
he's hot. He's hot
I
and
say to
powerful.
the Legate that's good shooting, but that's a grouping, you see, because they're all beside each other. So it was the ricochet of each of them hitting off the bottles, but that's fine. The real test will be who can hit the last one, and I fire.
Nice.
And he fires.
It's very befitting.
You've got to have him kicked out at this point. People must be like wetting themselves. At
Oh,
seeing
he
this.
also misses.
Oh,
Yes,
you missed as
see-
well. Go again, Chris. You can do it.
Yes.
Yes. Get the last
And
one.
I hit the last one
He
and
hits
see
faster. He hits
see
faster.
it was
He has
Why?
3 successes.
oh, but he no, lasers are faster than bullets.
No.
He has 3 successes.
Laser
You were
goes at the
saying-
speed of light. That is true, actually.
And still he's faster.
Okay. Well,
What
here
happens?
at least that was
Fist fight.
no. Because now I've seen your target numbers. I'm not gonna bother with anything else. But that was actually a really exciting show. Thanks very much for doing that. Would you not think that you would maybe be more beneficial out in the field rather than in Dartmoor or wherever the bloody hell that you want to go? Because that place is really smelly. I heard that there's a crackdown in it.
Oh, but I am not here for Dustmere. The Centurion is, and he points over at the Centurion.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Damn it! You and your fucking rank structure.
So to confirm, who are they choosing? Because I don't know what's going on. So it's between the penis and the gladiator guy, right? And I'm
Yeah.
presuming
PP and
it's
gladiator.
the gladiator. And it's the gladiator because we failed horrendously with something. Someone did.
Well, Remy's just made himself look an absolute dick by getting beat off the wrong guy.
No, but he was doing it for a reason, wasn't he? He was doing it to get.
No, it
clout
turns
and-
out I was doing it for absolutely fucking no reason.
Well, he was doing it against him,
Because-
but it's not even him that's up for the thing. It's him.
Okay, so he didn't just had a dick around. Okay, so Black's
Yeah.
the normal plan. Can the gladiator get the thing? Like, that's half an hour of my
And-
life I'm not getting back.
The Centurion looks over at Remy and he says, like, well, if you want to have a go at it, we can also have a fight, but honestly, you're not even worth it.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thing.
think that these other guys might do better, although Samson's very drunk.
I am very drunk.
You notice that most of the servants start removing everything from the table as the evening is drawing to a close. And the proprietor looks over at everyone. And then he looks over at the legate and the centurion. And he calls out, after today's performances, it seems only logical that I will grant the centurion control over the lands of Dustmere.
I would do that, proprietor, but what I would say to you is that the centurion is actually a lady in a beard.
He doesn't have a beard.
That's how good the beard is.
Again, until you reach Australia, used to keeping going.
Yep, just keep digging.
He looks over at you and he says, bearded ladies, you have been most amusing tonight. But also
And
very-
that's why you're going to give it to the penis guy, right?
That's how you say it.
And that's you're gonna give it to Captain Mackerel, whatever his name was, the fish guy.
Captain fucking Mackerel. Fuck off.
What's his name?
Right.
Magikarp? I can't remember.
Magikarp.
Dude, your brain
What
is
is
gone.
this becoming? What is this?
Stop, overseer. At this point in time,
Magic
I come
Johnson.
forward, grab him by the scruff. I've grabbed Remy by the scruff, and I just simply state, we're happy that you approved of our comedy. We thought that maybe it would be too crass. We're
Oh.
leaving now. I'm just gonna move away with him. I'm just gonna say very quiet, Remy, if you speak, I will electrocute you. Yes, we're
I
not
think
all
that
educated.
I think that would be for the best. Do not ever dare show your ridiculous faces in my halls again,
We got.
as you
You
are being
guys.
escorted out of the halls.
What about me? I was nice. I mean, I tried to be polite to people. Are they doing this to all of us? Are we grouped together?
Yeah, you're a group.
Boo.
And- You are sent out of the palace
Put my gear back on.
after too much shenanigans and too much failure on in many fields, and you find yourself on the streets of Tucson.
Well, that went well.
Let's go get 1,000 caps, Delilah.
You mean 500,
Yeah.
right?
I mean 500. Yeah.
Literally, I would have gave you guys like 2,000 caps.
You don't have 2,000 caps.
I don't, but the farm does.
The farm.
The farm that we made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. I want to go cash in. So
Let's
because
go
we've
get
done
paid.
this, then we have to talk to someone and they'll give us the money, right? It was roughly the mission.
So, where do you want to go?
So who's the person that gave us that job that we're getting our caps?
Frumentari.
We want to go see them.
Yeah, let's just
Someone,
refocus.
I think Edna memorized the route to the Frumentari base, but they didn't want you to know that because they had bags over your heads.
So how are we supposed to get paid for the job?
You never asked.
I mean, I asked him for the nude. I remember like doing some heavy bargaining for the money and noodles. I reckon we would have asked him how to find them.
Alright, so they made clear that you don't find the Frumentari, they find you. That's all they pretty much...
So we'll just need to wait.
So then maybe we just go for a walk. We'll just go for a walk.
If we go to bed tonight, they're gonna be over our bed like the
Like a tooth fairy.
guild.
Tooth fairy.
Tooth fairy.
Those were two very, very different descriptions.
So, do you just start wandering the streets or actually go to the hotel?
I guess it would be easier for them to find us if we were at the hotel.
At the hotel, yeah. We'll go back to the hotel.
So, you guys arrive towards the hotel, and one moment, need to grab the right character again. There we go, the Saltblood Inn. And as you arrive in the hotel, you notice a whole lot of Frumentari agents.
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
We did it!
And you start hearing marching outside the streets as Legion soldiers also start surrounding the building.
No.
And
Wait, what?
someone enters the building behind you, and it's the guy from the caravan company. And he turns over and speaks. Well, that was most amusing, wasn't it, bearded ladies? I'm glad you have upheld your part of the bargain. And this is the moment you realize that this guy, the guy who pretended to be part of the caravan companies, was actually Vulturus, the guy from the Frumentari base. You recognize him all of a sudden, even though he changed his hair and cut off a beard and such. And he holds a giant, I believe we'd put it in a bullet box, right? Or just a chest, the caps.
Don't remember.
I think it was little. I just remember it was small.
Yeah. So anyway, he hands over a box with 100 caps. Here is your reward, as promised.
100 caps.
1,000 caps.
1,000 caps.
Let's say 100. Just like, oh, he's gonna get killed.
Now we have
Caps.
now we have another job for you. If you wish to continue this deal. And I would suggest you take it, as you notice more and more Legion soldiers surrounding the building.
What's the nature of this job?
What's the job?
Please extend your hands and allow us to cuff you.
Again? Oh.
No chance. Nah, I don't know about that. Like,
And the Legion that are outside and working with these guys, they're not like separate entities, right? They're like
No,
together.
they're working with these guys. They're
So
being.
we're fucked.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
fucked.
Frumentari have influence.
So we're fucked. We have to do what they say.
We
I don't
assure
like
you that your
this.
life will never be threatened, as long as you work for us. And
You
will.
guys are fucked. I hate all of you. Like, why did we do anything for these fucking fermented fish people?
Because your survival depends on it at this point.
Ah, fuck your survival, you fucking pyramid head cunt. And then lock me up. Lock me up. Throw away the key. Alright, let's get out of here. Fucking can't do anything anyway.
Is Remy having prices
He's drunk.
after being-
He's drunk.
He's
He's drunk.
I'm
He's drunk.
sober. I am so sober.
I've had.
I am just
I'm not.
so
I'm
done.
very
No.
not sober. I might just fucking shoot them all. Like,
Well, you go ahead and fight back, but you're on your own.
nah.
Yeah, I'm already putting.
Yeah, I'll let them cuff me. I'll let them cuff me. I'll let them.
You
cuff
would
me.
have well passed out at this point, I think. You'd be passing out.
All of you
I think.
are being cuffed again, and a few minutes later, a large cart being pulled along by big horns arrives. And the guards say, "These ones go to the hill?" "Yes, escort them to the hill, please." And you are loaded on a cart along with a few people you recognize. It's the 3 La Luz members who were being mistreated earlier in the streets. And all of you are being rolled off in a cart out of the city. And that's where we end today's session.
Seems unnecessary.
We're gonna die. We're gonna
That
die on a
seems
hill.
unnecessary.
We're going
We're
to hell
gonna
to
die
die.
on a
It
hill.
sounds like it, mate. Yeah.
So what's this group going? Because I'm trying to write down all the stuff because my brain is not
Yeah.
doing well
Okay.
today. So they're
What's the
called
question?
What is that group? What's that guy? What is the group that guy is in? It's called the-
Frumentari.
La Luz, basically the light in
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah.
And what's the other one that begins with C? So there's the Laluz.
The Frumentari?
The Frumentari. Yeah, okay. And
They're
they're
basically
two
the
groups.
secret state police
Right.
of the Legion.
Ugh, so they're also bad as well then. Okay.
Mhm.
You did take their deal. This
Okay.
could have gone a whole other way. There's
I
could have
bet.
been so many things that could have happened today.
Oh, we'll need to find out what happens in 2 weeks.
I think
guess.
quite a few things happened, David. We had quite a lot going on. I think.
Yeah. That was fun.
I mean, the duel was impressive.
I did like the duel.
I
that was
don't
a lot of
know.
fun.
Impressive is the word I would use.
Impressive, it might not be the word, yeah, but it was fun. It was certainly fun.
It was certainly fun.
Unique? I don't know what you
Unique. It was unique.
Unique is a good word. Unique
It was
is a good
entertaining.
word.
It was entertaining.
Like Chris, it was unique. I
Yeah.
think.
Why are you guys
Looks like
just
we're
reading my
finally
stolen
going out of
report
the
card?
city.
Wait, I'll do the thing then, and then we can
That's
return in
great.
2 weeks. David, thank you very much. That was
No
lots
problem at all.
and lots and lots and lots of fun. I really loved that. And Chris and Birdie and Martin, thanks for playing with me, folks. This one's a lot of fun every time. That was a really fun session. I can't wait. Viewers, thank you for tuning in. We will be back in 2 weeks. I am RxOliver. This is the gang, and this is Fallout: Shadow of the Bull. Good night.
Good night.
Night.
God bless.